Greetings, programs. Welcome to Hydaelyn's Heroes. Whether you're a warrior of light or a warrior of darkness, all are welcome on the star we call home. We have a special, not even announced, episode or, announced show. We haven't announced anything, have we?
Not really, no.
But this is going to be a show that me and my boy Piers, we're going to be doing in the coming weeks. But we got patch notes for Endwalker. We wanted to go over them. But let's introduce ourselves. I am Tarkoth Gaming. Also, you can find me on Ready Check Raideo, part of the Relic Grind. And with me, as always, the Hans Gruber to my John McClane, Mr. Piers Harvey. How are you, sir?
Does that make me the villain? I mean, look.
You have the best lines.
Alan Rickman is cool, and I suppose I have a smooth voice like him. All right, that's fine. I'm Piers, of course. You've seen me before. Finally back. So I'm looking forward to doing this more with you. So it's gonna be a good time.
It's been a while since we've gotten together like this, and we got
for sure
new fun graphics and art courtesy of the Mystics. Big shout out to him. Thank you for doing all the work you did. Of course, he got paid for it, but thank you nonetheless.
Still looks great. Yeah,
good shit. But we got patch notes. Before we do though, people that might not have seen us I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 since 1.0. It didn't stay with 1.0 very long. That game was just bad. But since the launch, I have been subscribed and been playing since that day. And now what are we, 8 years later? 8.5 years later? The game has just grown and gotten better and better. Piers, tell us a little bit about yourself.
That's really open-ended. What do you mean? Like my time in Final Fantasy?
Yes, your time in Final Fantasy.
Let's do that. I've been a fan of Final Fantasy MMOs since the North American release of Final Fantasy 11. So I played that game for years and years and years. It's still near and dear to my heart. I hope they do something with it in the future, but that's another topic for another time. When 14 initially came out, the 1.0, I was actually a little afraid that it was going to steal all the player base of 11. So I kind of had this weird unconscious bias towards the game where I kind of hated it because it was supposed to be like, the new hot thing and everybody was going to abandon 11. But when I learned it crashed and burned, there's a little part of me that was, it was kind of some poetic justice, like deep down in my heart.
Wow.
I know it's really mean, but when 2.0 was announced, Realm Reborn, I wasn't playing a lot of 11 at the time. The game for me was a little weird. They introduced some stuff I wasn't super hot on, so I was looking for a new MMO to get into, and 14 Realm Reborn was looking really cool. So I did some research into it, got myself hyped up on it on PlayStation 3. Talked to my best friend. Yeah.
I remember those days.
My friend Bill, who's Ultima, who since we raided with in UCOB, and got him to play too, and we hit the ground running on day one, August 27th, 2013, and I have not looked back since. I hit the ground on Pugilist. I still consider Monk to be near and dear to my heart, one of my mains, and I'm still playing it to this day, so I've had a really crazy ride with 14, and I am incredibly excited to see where Endwalker is going to take us, considering it's the culmination of the story that we've seen so far. But what about you then, Tark? I know you've been playing since 1.0, but what brought you back to Realm Reborn?
Just all the stuff that was coming out, the progress they made with 1.0, Naoki Yoshida, guiding that ship, and then we hear that they're shutting this down and launching a whole new game, basically. I was like, okay, well, I wasn't going to be part of, the whole, what was that campaign they ran to come back to 1.0?
Yeah,
I forgot the name of it.
I heard about that a little bit, yeah.
So the campaign to come back to 1.0 and play that and get your name in the credits and get a tattoo. And I'm like, you know what? I paid for the game once. I'll when 2.0 comes back, I'll give it another try, considering all that they said about it, being free, and especially about the collector's edition, you get bonus stuff. And I had done all that, and I got my 1.0 box over here. So,
nice.
So I figured I'd give it a try. Loved it from day one, and haven't stopped since. So it's It's near and dear to my heart. I call it home. I've played tons of the MMOs from EverQuest, Meridian 59 for crying out loud, Rift, WoW, Aeon, more WoW. Yeah, and this is the one that's, since I left WoW after, Wrath of the Lich King, this is the one I've called home. So it's a wonderful game and a wonderful story, and I can't wait to experience the end of it in just a few short hours. But since we only have a few short hours, let's get to the patch notes.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Let's do this so that we can get some sleep and be fresh-ish.
Fresh-ish, yes.
for the show.
Emphasis on the ish, yeah.
Ish. So now begins the final saga. First grand saga. Additional features and additional updates. Pandemonium 6.01.
Yep.
Treasure Hunt and Savage 6.05. So we know that normal mode of the raid is going to be out in 2 weeks, and then the Savage raid in 4 weeks. So
correct.
Please look forward to that. I think this is one of the things that I'm happy that they pushed the expansion back 2 weeks. Is that we don't have Savage raids during Christmas. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that really freaked me out a little bit, because like obviously people are going to be doing stuff on the holidays, right? So like anybody who wants to just like not even get like a week 1 clear, but at least like dip their toes in, maybe get a floor 1 or 2 or something done, like that would have been really hard to schedule around. So yeah, it's kind of a side effect of pushing it back 2 weeks, is now we don't have to really worry about that as much, which is good.
Yeah.
So
all right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of it. Lots of playable content we're going to go through here. They like to put these little markers. 2.x means it's going to be everything that's going to affect the game as a whole. And then 4.x, Stormblood and Forward, Shadowbringers and Forward, 6.x for Endwalker only. So,
yeah.
New playable content, new cities, Old Charlayan, which looks fabulous, and Radz-at-Han, which also looks fabulous. Of the two, which is going to be your favorite of the two?
I'm a huge fan of just the Greek architecture of Charlayan, so I think that's going to be my main place to chill. But I do like the vibe that Radz-at-Han gives, so I'm looking forward to, of course, going through there too. It's probably. Do you think Radz-at-Han's going to be the end game zone, and Charlayan's going to be like what, the Crystarium, or?
Yeah, Old Charlayan will be, and I think they've already talked about this. Old Charlayan should be our story, Crystarium, crafting. Radz-at-Han's going to be where we do our tombstones and our raid stuff.
Gotcha.
So we're going to be spending more time overall in Radz-at-Han, I believe. So
that's fine. I think it's nice. It's scenic.
As far as aesthetics, I kind of prefer Radz-at-Han. I like the more color. Having had Idleshire already and spent an entire expansion in that kind of architecture and coloring, I'm looking forward to Radz-at-Han and the vibrancy it provides.
Yeah.
New field areas have been added. They have told us that there's going to be 6 zones. Looks like we got 3 of them. Labyrinthios. Looks like we got some more of that Mediterranean architecture. Kind of a Tower of Pisa going off here on the right.
Oh, yeah, I see that, yeah.
Then we got Thavnair, which is going to be outside of Radz-at-Han. I'm not sure what this big spike coming out of here is. Maybe that's just a huge dragon. I don't know. But we got one of the towers that we can see here, pulsing energy, which I think is going to the moon. All looks really good. Kind of Indian, from India aesthetic.
Yeah,
going on here.
Definitely inspired, yeah, for sure.
Garlemald. Yes. There's the Tower of Zot. Their Aetherites are pretty dope. Is that a subway?
Yeah.
It's got to be a subway, right? That's dope. And then that's 1, 2. I guess we got 4. They've mentioned 4 here. Mare Lamatorum. This is on the moon.
On the moon, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like we got 3 different Aetherites in one expansion. Look at that Aetherite.
Well, yeah.
Look at that moon Aetherite.
Got to think about, it's all these different cultures we're going to go see, right? So like obviously Charlayan has got that kind of that shell look, right? Because that's their symbol.
I think Radz-at-Han has that as well.
Yeah. Really? The same thing?
I think so.
Interesting.
I think they share.
Garlemald's obviously Garlemald. Like they got their own thing. They're trying to be super high tech or whatever. And
yeah, I think because the Garleans can't use magic, I think it's some sort of Magitech hybrid.
that's true. Yeah, I never thought about that. They probably can't even teleport, right? So
yeah. And something in Magitech allows them to probably use that.
Probably.
All right.
And then we don't even know what the deal is on the moon yet, right? So who knows who built that aetherite? Could be
who knows? And then there's 2 zones that have not been explained. So lots of spoilers. Are you going to be streaming at all?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Probably not right when we hit the ground at 4:00 Eastern, because I'm gonna be a zombie. But maybe. I mean, I'm gonna be off for the next few days, so I think it would be fun. Maybe I will.
Cool.
Will you be? I'm assuming.
I'm gonna stream and on YouTube. So it'll be Twitch and YouTube for Sage to get to level 80.
Awesome.
And then after I hit 80, we're going to go to the MSQ. So we're going to cut off YouTube and then start recording, making some reaction videos to key moments, and put that on YouTube in about a week or 2. I don't want to put, stuff in perpetuity on YouTube. That's going to spoil stuff. So,
yeah, that's fair.
But on Twitch, it will be spoilers all around. If you come by, come hang out. If you don't care about the story, all good.
Cool.
This was a kind of a shocker to me. Number of Aether currents in all Heavensward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers areas has been reduced. Furthermore, the location of certain Aether currents has been adjusted. How do we feel about that? That things are getting nerfed? Easier? I mean, I don't see the point, personally.
Yeah, I don't either. I always found it really fun running around each zone and finding the Aether currents.
Yes, so I loved finding the Aether currents. Yeah. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to prep. I didn't get my compass ready.
Oh, dang.
All right. Quests. Patch 6.0 introduces myriad of in addition to the main scenario. As such, there may be cases where the patch notes only cite the initial quest in a series. They're protecting against spoilers. They always do this. That's fine. We see Thancred at the boat. I'm guessing that's in Limsa. Yeah, it looks like Limsa. At the twins, Kryl. You're going to say goodbye. That's got to be Estinian with old Nidhogg, right? That's he named his weapon, right? Nidhogg?
Probably. Super Guybolg. Yeah.
Super Guybolg.
Yeah.
And that first initial main scenario quest is the next ship to sail, which is in the Rising Stones. So if you haven't started there, you'll have to do some zoning. I thankfully am going to be kind of stepping back 10 levels to level Sage, so I don't have to worry about that quite yet.
Same with Reaper. So, yeah.
They are bringing back the syncing for side quests, which is cool. I always like that, being able to do side quests and zones with any other job that you're going to level up. So I find that to be awesome.
Yeah.
Role quests have been added. And then the physical DPS has been split this time. So it's not all physical DPS in one. It's going to be melee and then Fizz ranged are going to have their own quests. So we're going to have tanks, melee, Fizz ranged, caster DPS, and healers. So 5 sets of role quests. How do we feel about that?
I like it. And just these screenshots here, it looks like we'll be interacting with some like actual like important NPCs that we've seen. And we got Hien and we've got
Kani Senna.
Fucking Kani Senna, and we've got whatever the chick's name is. I don't know.
Oh my god, I just drew a blank on her.
It's Yogiri.
Yogiri.
Yeah,
yes, thank you.
So I like this. This is cool. I think I heard that they're not doing any more just specific job quests, right?
Correct.
So like, we're not going to be able to go hang with Curious Gorge, though I do hope they integrate some of those people in the story somehow, maybe these role quests, just so we can see them, make sure they're doing all right. Like, I think that'd be really cool. But just the fact that we're seeing like some of these NPCs does get me excited to do these. So I like it. I enjoyed the ones in Shadowbringers a lot, actually. I liked how you could complete them all, and then, like it says down here, additional quests unlocked upon completing the entirety of the main scenario and all 5 role quests. It's cool to see them all kind of merge together, and I'm wondering if it'll do that here, and I'm really looking forward to it. It was a lot of fun. So.
And each one kind of has its own city delegate. So for the tanks, you're going to have a Gridania delegate. So maybe we're going to be hanging out with Kanisana there. Limsa, maybe you melee DPS will have get to hang out with. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank again. Merlib, thank you. Blissfine. Fizz range going to be hanging out with the Doman delegates. The magical range with Ishgard. And us healers will be with the Alamegans, wondering why we didn't get Geomancer. So there we go.
Yep.
We got Sage though. We got guns.
8.0. So, look forward to it.
Yep. I got three main jobs now. And they're all gun based. I got Gunbreaker, I got Machinist, and I got a Sage. So I'm covered.
There you go.
Stadium delivery. So they had this in Shadowbringers. They're bringing it back, which is pretty cool. You get to level up and do job quests, basically. There's like 2 or 3 crafter jobs tied together per section. So you're not going to have just blacksmith quests. It's going to be like blacksmith, armor, and goldsmith together. So,
correct, yeah.
Please look forward to it. The same UI, nothing's really changed here. You'll even get some scripts as a reward. So, with them nerfing leaves, do you think this might be one of the better ways to level up? I mean, I know you have to hit a certain level, but
you do, and you can't, like, once you complete them, you can't, like, if I wanted to do all these on blacksmith, right? I couldn't come back and do them on armor as well. I think you might still be able to turn in on the last, like, continue turning into them. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But
okay.
Back in Shadowbringers, I did all these too, and yeah, it gives really solid experience points as well as a good chunk of scripts too, which you can use on a myriad of things. So,
save them up for the books.
I think that they will be a pretty decent chunk of experience for your crafters, especially ones you want to focus on.
But if they're not repeatable, then you still want to do leaves. So
correct. I think leaves are still be good. I don't know if they're nerfing the experience points per se. Well, I know they're nerfing the rewards because they don't want people spamming to get a crap ton of gil and stuff.
Yeah,
like and the coffee biscuit.
And what might be down here a little bit later is that there won't be any more multi-turn-in leaves.
Gotcha.
So that was like your huge big chunk. One leaf turn in a bunch of materials.
Basically. Yeah.
That's gone. Because that really killed the economy because it gave so many rewards and it was a multi-turn-in. So they've nerfed the rewards a bit and there's no more multi-turn-in. So certain instant battles will now display character portraits alongside the battle dialogue widget. So when someone's talking, you might get a little character portrait of Estinian next to talking. So that's cool. There's a little bit more immersion.
Yeah, I like that.
Viewing cutscenes in the Unending Journey, class quests, and job quests up to and including those introduced in 4.0 will require players to change to the relevant class or job.
Cool. Fair. So you can't do the Dark Knight one on White Mage or something and be wearing your White Mage gear going into the
breaks my immersion
or something. Yeah, sure. Fine, I guess. It's whatever. You can still glamour yourself to look really dumb. So there's that.
Yeah, someone's monk looks. We'll leave that alone. New tradecraft and fieldcraft leaves have been added.
Hey,
yay! No tradecraft. Yeah, here it is. No tradecraft leaves or Fisher fieldcraft leaves, allowing multiple turn-ins have been added. So what is there is there. But there's no new ones.
Yeah, they haven't been added. Yeah. So it seems like they haven't taken any away. So you can still turn in coffee biscuits if you want to, but I don't think you're going to get as much gil. So.
This is where the next point comes in. Experience points rewarded when using a class at level 80 or above to complete a leave with a level requirement below level 80 have been capped at 1,000. So you're not going to want to do any of the old ones.
Coffee biscuits, yes. So they've done this in the past. They don't want you doing and spamming old levs so you can power level your crafter, right? Because if you did that, then before the servers went down, you'd be able to stock up on a crap load of turn-ins and then just power level one of your crafters. They don't want you doing that. So
don't break my game. In consideration of the inflation of gil and the potential rewards using a single leave allowance, the following adjustments have been made. Experience points in guilds for tradecraft leave that only allow a single turn in have been increased, so that's good.
Okay.
Experience points in guild reward for tradecraft leaves that allow multiple turn-ins have been reduced.
Rest in peace, coffee biscuits. Yes.
Experience points and guild rewarded for Fisher Fieldcraft leaves that allow only single. So singles have been increased, multi turn-ins reduced.
Yeah, makes sense.
TLDR. New fates have been added. Yay! That guy looks cool.
Yeah, it's like a weird Gilgamesh. It's like the kind of, I don't know, a Razat Han Gilgamesh.
Players will receive bicolor gemstones upon completing fates. Are we concerned that they haven't changed the currency? Have you stocked up? Do you have a bunch of currency? You can kind of.
They are just called gemstones, aren't they?
Bicolor gemstones, yeah.
That is concerning, yes. It's a little concerning.
I mean, you still have to do the crap ton of fates to fully unlock
to even
the
unlock the items, right? Yeah,
so at that point, it's kind of moot. But here's the thing about I'm tired already, so my apologies.
No, you're good. You're good.
This might be a good way to get leathers and stuff. You know, the materials materials you get from hunting mobs. Normally, you can use all the stuff you stocked up on to get those low level crafting materials. So maybe that's a good thing. Yeah,
and if you got a bunch now, you just got a bit of a head start on it. So good on you if you stocked up on bicolor gemstones.
Yep, good on you. So, I mean, it's still the cap's still what 1,000, right?
It's 1,000.
Yeah, so it's not a lot, but all right. You can see here that they've released 4 of the zones: Garlemald, Labyrinthos, Thavnair. We know that one of the zones is on the moon.
The moon one.
No idea about these other 2.
These other, I wonder. That's gonna be
no idea. If you had to take a wild guess on just one.
I don't even know where to begin to think. Maybe another area of the moon, the dark side of the moon or something.
Dark side of the moon, maybe? Or maybe in the moon?
Yeah, inside. Well, I know we're already going like underground with Labyrinthos, right? Because that's like an underground area.
Yeah, I think I believe that's
like artifice.
Yeah, I believe it's like their Vault 76. They're going under. It's their bunker for end of world apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
For Old Charlene, I should say. I'm thinking maybe that one of these places might be like a hell, which would lead us to Pandemonium.
Interesting.
Maybe
I could see that. Yeah,
I'm taking a guess. It's it has no basis, but
I'm thinking this is like the end of like kind of the Ascian storyline too, right? So like maybe we do go somewhere there, an area of kind of an Ascian-ish aesthetic or something. Could be something interesting. Something cool.
We did see it in the trailer. Maybe it's under Silver Tier because we did see the Paths of Crystal. So maybe we're going under Silver Tier at some point.
It could be, yeah. I mean, that's been a storyline thread that hasn't really been explained for a while, right? They've always wanted us to focus on Silver Tier and how that the unleashing of all that magic was a big deal, and it kind of hasn't really paid off. So I'm thinking it might pay off in Endwalker. So we'll have to.
And maybe that's part of why they released 1.0, because that was the Battle of Silver Tier Lake there, right?
Yeah.
1.0 trailer.
Yeah. Could very well be.
We did notice when we were doing the Relic Grind, though, that they put that out there, and then they put all of the 0.0 trailers together in their own playlists. So you can actually go to 14's website on YouTube, go to English, and then you could see all the trailers in order. But it was really interesting that they released the 1.0 trailer.
I thought that was really interesting, too. I saw that, and I looked at the date that they released it, and it was like 3 days ago as opposed to X amount of years ago, and I was like, weird. So.
And it might have been just to organize playlists, have it all together in one playlist, but maybe Silver Tier, maybe
could be, could be,
maps. Are you big on maps? Maybe in the early going.
Yeah, I mean,
when there's time.
When there's time, of course, always when there's time. I know my free company does a lot of map nights. I haven't gone in a while because, prices go down after a while, but the new maps are always cash money. So
cash money, yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
I'll hop into those new map nights and get some of the rare mats, because those always do go for a lot of money. So
the teleport though won't come out until 6.05, which is when Savage comes out, and then we can dive into Excitotron 6,000. Yeah, 6,000. I'm excited that much. Yes.
Sure.
Grand and free companies. Additional items will now be accepted for supply and provisioning missions. Normal, because they gotta allow that. Reaper and Sage class symbol options have been added to the Grad Company crests. Cool.
We'll make your Reaper free company. Yes.
Yeah. A scythe or nothing at all. New craftable items have been added to the company workshop. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
This one feels bad because it's been part of the game since 2.0. Fallen company actions have been replaced with new actions. So back on your feet, which is the company action that reduced your brink of death and your reduced stats when you die in an instance. And they've replaced it with fleet-footed, which is a boost to sprint, but only in city areas.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
It's weird because back on your feet is like one of the only free company actions that really affect like how you play in like a raid scenario. True. Or I guess really anywhere, right? Whenever you can get weakness, but
it's mandatory, like absolutely mandatory in raids.
And especially when you're progging, right? Like we were like, my free company was using it for when we were progging Ucob. So like it was really valuable if someone would, die and it took away a decent chunk of that weakness timer. You can get back into the fight sooner and you can prevent some of these 0.1% wipes and stuff. So the fact that they're taking it away is a little weird. I think they don't want you relying on that, or players who may not be in a free company having that severe of a disadvantage. And I do understand it, but it does feel a little bad that now of all times they're deciding to get rid of it. But
is this one of the ones that does not have a squadron manual?
It does not have a squadron manual. Yeah, there are some weird items you can use. I have some weird stuff in my inventory still, some potions. I don't know if they function the same, but I haven't really done a lot of research on them. But there might be some items that can kind of do a back on your feet kind of thing, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's gone. I guess it makes it easier, even on a small scale, to balance things. Who has chat? Sometimes he agrees to do maps with me. Sometimes.
Oh, is that Winnie?
Yeah, that's your Winnie.
Yeah, sometimes she drags me along. So,
all right, new items have been added to the Grand Company Quartermasters. Grade 8 Dark Materia. Yay! We get a new currency. I basically call it a currency because you need that to self-repair.
Yes, for sure.
So yay for more currencies. Material Container 3.0 and Material Container 4.0. I didn't know Material Container 2.0 and 1.0 was a thing. Do you know what these are?
So I don't know if you remember, but I think what these are supposed to be are, if you remember back, they announced something. I don't know when this was announced, but I think it was the last live letter, that you're going to be able to spend company seals to buy this little loot box.
Oh,
right?
yes.
And that little loot box is going to have, I think it's going to have like a mount or a minion or something random. It could be a firework or something, right?
Yeah.
Just something you can dump your seals on, because I know people like myself just overflow on seals, and then every time you do a dungeon or something, you just seal that your seals are maxed out, so it's like, oh well, I'm just on cap and wasting a lot of resources that I could have, and now you can spend them on these little loot boxes, these little material containers. So
I think
it's a good thing.
As many Indigo stars as I can get. Okay, I got 398. I need more.
It can it be something like an emerald star or something? Does it have to be
could change
Indigo?
It up. Sure.
Yeah.
Change it up. Lord. That's 20,000 seals. That's a lot of seals. That's a lot of seals. I will not be passing on any loot from dungeons ever again. If there's mounts and minions that I don't have, that are in these containers, you can bet I am not passing ever again on dungeons.
Oh yeah, I mean the button's called greed for a reason, my friend.
That's right.
So
That's
feel
greed. Free. Housing. Following the successful restoration of the firmament, a new housing district, Imperium, has been added to Ishgard.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Very cool.
I am going for a house. Yeah, I'm definitely going for a house here. Hopefully I win the lotto. I got the monies. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to go for a mansion as well, to relocate from the goblet. I love my goblet plot, but if Ishgard is just so, I mean, just look at that screenshot, it's gorgeous. And if I don't know if the theme in the area is going to be the same that's in the firmament right now, but I really, really like that theme, and if it is, that's a done deal. I'll try to get up early to see if I can be one of those first come first serve guys. If not, gonna have to be in the lotto. So. We'll see what happens, and
I just
hopefully I roll the dice and win.
But I need to get away from my Fear Company's house. The Paisa theme scares the jeebus out of me.
It's pretty terrifying. I saw it in that video you did, the Endwalker prep, and it's pretty terrifying. Yeah.
No.
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hopefully I get a house. It's not called Housing Savage, for no reason. So
yeah.
In preparation for the lottery sale system, this is my hope. Lottery scheduled to be implemented in 6.1. It will no longer be possible to relocate an estate to plots of land that are not yet ready for purchase. So you got to get into that lotto yourself, and hopefully you win. And then you can relocate.
Yes.
Furnishings, new furnishings. Any of these pique your interest? Tell me the fat cat rug. You love the fat cat rug, don't you?
No, that's hideous. No, I don't want that, dude.
The ivy covered chair.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I think that could be pretty cool in some thematic housing. I know Winnie is super excited for the tree chair or whatever that's called. The swing.
Tree swing. Yes,
the swing.
That's cool. And the Lalafell pool there on the left.
Yes. Yeah. for the Lalafells to bathe in, not birds. Just yeah.
Same diff. Whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. I like the
I love
these
love
instruments down here. Very, very cool.
Before that though, before the instruments, this old, country home aesthetic. Yeah. I love this. These are awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that a lot. Very homey. Very, homey. Very like, country welcome, kind of feel.
Warm feeling. Yeah.
I also like in the second picture with the instruments, this weird little hazard symbol in the back, like probably from Garlemald. Like some weird radioactive hazard. That's fun.
I got one of those over here. There's alert, video game in progress. Unauthorized entry will be eliminated.
Of course.
So
throw that in your new Ishgard house.
Yeah.
All over.
You just take a picture, screenshot that, and paste that in there. Chat says, no, we want the rug. No, you don't want the fat cat rug. That thing's gross.
Yeah, it's pretty
swing
disgusting. Yeah.
Need the swing. Okay. Need the swing. You heard chat.
Yep.
Crafting facility furnishings can now be used by crafting classes up to level 80. Per the normal, bring that, floor up.
Yeah, that's cool.
How do you feel about these new striking dummies? Level 90 striking dummies.
They look like striking dummies, dude. I guess I don't really care what they look like as long as they serve a purpose, but these are cool. They definitely got that Favnair flair. No pun intended, or rhyme intended, I guess. It's got the cool coloring, but yeah, I like it. It's cool. Throw it out in my house.
And this one comes with a built-in DPS meter, right?
Of course. Yes. Smile.
Disclaimer, there is no DPS meter.
Smile.
New orchestrion rules have been added. Awesome. Love the music in this game. God, I can't wait to hear the tracks this Hoken comes up with in this game.
It's going to be so hype, dude. I can't wait.
Shadowbringers has to be one of the top OSTs ever.
It's incredible. It really is. Yeah.
New Aquarium Fish have been added. Yay, the aquarium.
Yeah, I have an aquarium with a spectral shark in it. Wow. In my house. It's not very my house is not very furnished, all right? Because I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Mansion is a lot of work, but I do have,
you can hire people to do that.
A mansion. I know I can. Yeah. But you walk into the house, you go up those stairs in the mansion, and right up on those stairs is an aquarium with a red background and a big giant blue shark. I don't know why. It's cool.
Nope.
But
nope.
I don't know. This thing here, and the screenshot's kind of nifty. A little skinny boy here. Skinny fish.
Skinny fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
When viewing the aquarium fish window, fish can now be separated into tabs according to size. Good.
Cool.
Yay. Awesome.
Making the UI easier.
Yeah.
That's good.
UI improvements are always appreciated. New seed for flower pots have been added, so that's cool.
Yeah, I haven't interacted much with the flower pot system.
Do you flower?
But
you don't flower? I don't
cool.
flower. I don't.
No flower. Yeah.
I don't even know.
You can exchange it for stuff, but I don't even know what you could exchange it for. So
I have an apartment, but I don't do anything with it. Like I haven't been inside my apartment for like months.
Same. I just use it for the teleport. So
same.
Yeah.
Where's yours?
Mine is in Shirogane. So
fist bump.
Hell yeah, dude.
New prizes are available for purchase using MGP. Yeah, minions, mounts, please. Thank you.
Probably, I would guess.
Nucleans?
We're guessing. I know there's some talks that maybe those new cool wings that people are seeing around, the fashion item, probably could be from MGP as well. So
wings, nice. Following additions and changes made to Triple Triad. New cards have been added. New NPC opponents. Players can now engage in Triple Triad matches in new areas. All standard for a new expansion. Have you gotten your Triple Triad card mount?
Yes,
nice,
I have.
Nice.
So I wonder if they're going to add something new for those who collect all the cards in Endwalker. So
I hope so.
Maybe they will, and I will have a head start on that.
Yet another checklist for me for this expansion is
something fun to do. Yeah.
I like playing it when I'm queuing for a duty because I can finish a card match before my duty expires.
There you go.
So it's something to do when the duty's rolling. So
yeah.
Congratulations to all you bunny lovers. Mel Vieira. Yay! You got your wish. Your outrage for female but no males has finally been answered. And they're modeled in a different way that they have, I believe, most, if not all, of the available hairstyles now, which is awesome.
Yes, I see that they're doing that for female Vera too, which is great. It's great.
Yep, they're working on that. They even got a little slider thing here, so you can kind of see the front and back of this hairstyle.
Nice.
I don't know if they're going to have all of the hairstyles, but they're definitely working on it. Walking back the previous statements that they weren't going to really add anything, and anything that was added was on, creator's own time. So
yeah.
A new face option has been added to male Midlander Huars.
I don't know. I don't know who plays Midlander here.
So do we all get to look like Dirtlander now?
That's me, by the way. I play Midlander here, and I don't. I mean, it's cool. I'll maybe check it out. I don't know if I want to buy a fucking, excuse my language, Fantasia to try out this new face, but it's cool.
I will say that if you want to really immerse yourself in the game, creating a character with this setup from the beginning, so you could be Dirtlander, and then when you see the cutscenes and trailers and stuff, you're like, "That's me!
You?
That's literally me!"
True. Yeah.
I always wondered why, pale white all raw was never in any of the trailers. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm the warrior of light.
That. Yeah.
Following additions and adjustments have been made to the trust system. Estinian has been added.
Est9, our boy, he's here.
Yes. Because Rin had to be kind of kicked out, right?
Yeah, I mean, we left her in another planet, or another reality. So gotta have somebody else.
In accordance with the increased character level cap, the level cap for Avatar NPCs has been increased, of course, because we're going up to 90. Requirements for unlocking scenario mode have been removed. What is scenario mode?
Scenario mode is like when you can go into I'm guessing you can go into the dungeons without having to, like we did with the whole trying out LB3s, and you can take screenshots and run around and look at the dungeon. So
more stuff to learn for videos and stuff, and G-pose and all that fun stuff. So amount of experience points required for avatars to gain levels will be reduced in accordance with the downscaling. So they're telling everybody our numbers are going down, experience is going down, so are everyone in the trust.
Yep. Just
now, if they could just do more damage and do AoE abilities, we'd be golden.
Yeah, I mean, I like the trust system, and I like how it's in the game. I really, really, really do, and I think it's really healthy for the game. But man, they're so slow. Like I
It is
couldn't
slow.
even stand leveling them up because they're so slow. Dungeons are so long.
I leveled them up
So,
once their experience gain levels changed. It only took
mhm.
2 dungeon runs per to level them up to the next area. So
Well, I got to get on that. So won't be my priority in
yeah.
Endwalker, but when I get some time, I'll probably level them up.
The funny thing is, if I'm going to be doing dungeon guides, I'm probably going to be doing trust so I can see like full length fights. That makes
Yeah,
sense. So
full
we're not
length
cutting out.
fights, and on top of that, you get some extra lore, and lore is always good, right?
Lore is
So.
good. Yep. Love story. Prizes available in exchange for Chloe's gold certificate of commendation. Silver, bronze have been adjusted. They didn't say how. Duties have been added to Wondrous Tales. So we got all the end game level 80 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Paradigm's Breach, Hades Elegy. I can't believe that wasn't in there already. Was that not in there because it was just so long?
Um,
Well, I
does
guess.
this imply that
I,
Titania and Innocence were
yes.
in?
Yes.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they stopped at Hades then. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hades, Ruby, Memoria is going to be in there. So maybe we'll
that's fun.
see some Memoria fights. I still need to get that glam set.
Well, with I think it's further down in the notes, but with the new jobs having level 80 gear sets that you can go get from the
Uh-huh.
dude in Shadowbringers, I wonder if you can get stuff from Amoria Misera for the new jobs.
That'd be
And
dope.
if so, that might be pretty hot to do. So,
Each one have their own set?
I
Wasn't
think
just healers a healer set?
for Memoria Misera,
Yeah.
it's the JSE, it's the job specific
It
gear
was job specific.
that you could get.
Oh.
So it was the dyeable version of your level 80
Oh, okay.
job gear
Okay, cool.
you got from that.
Okay.
So,
Dyeable. Nice. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So yes, I have heard that they are going to get their own artifact set. So you can go once you hit 80, go get your artifact set
Mm-hmm.
down underwater in the Tempest. So
That's pretty hype.
that is pretty hype. Endwalker entries have been added to the sightseeing log. That's normal stuff. Pretty cool. Following additions, changes have been made to the challenge log. So this is all kind of crafting, gathering stuff.
Looks like a lot of gathering stuff.
Yeah. So they had to remove all the requirements and challenge log stuff for getting high quality. They've replaced them with more appropriate fare here. New gatherer's boon stuff. So
Yeah.
Skywatcher. Who cares? Battle system. Here we go. Meat and potatoes. Level cap for all disciples of war. Magic up to 90. Yay. Reaper and Sage jobs have been added. I'll be starting with Reaper. You're going to start with Sage, right?
I think that's opposite, but
That's
close
flipped.
enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close enough. Okay. This looks like a little quest giver here. He looks kind of angry. You guys going to be edgy boys with Dark Knight?
He? I think that might be a she. I don't know.
I think it's a he. It might be a she. Not sure.
It could go both ways.
It could go both ways. That's fine. It's all fine here.
Yeah.
Your first quest is the Killer Instinct. Congratulations.
Nice.
That's kind of cool. Sage. Sage is Sage. Just a reimagined scholar from what I can tell. Mine is not as exciting. The Sage's Path. Hey.
Well, I mean, it's in the name.
Yep.
So
job actions. We'll get to job actions later. We are not going to go into detail on every single job. We're going to stick to our, each one has a top one. We'll go into details on top one for each of us.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Actions and traits have been adjusted. They've adjusted everything. This expansion, there is a stat squish. Everything's getting reduced by 1/5. You're not less powerful. Repeat, you're not less powerful.
You're not less powerful. And for all those physical jobs out there, if you're playing a physical job, melee, phys range, tank, and you see all those potency decreases in the notes, don't freak out. They're just trying to adjust some potencies because they want to equalize the potencies between magical and physical DPS. So it's this weird calculating stuff that they're doing. So don't freak out if you see that your job is doing a lot of less potency. It might not be as bad as you think.
Yeah. So you think of it as they brought up the floor of the physical DPS, but they have to reduce that ceiling of the potencies to even it out.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Is that going to be on the weapons because I know there's a big weapon damage discrepancy between melee, and is that where they're fixing it?
I think that's where they're fixing it. Yes,
okay.
That's the main part, because like if you would go up a certain amount of item levels in magical DPS, you would get, or just magical in general, you get like 2 damage, whereas you would only get like 1 in physical or something. So like it was a little skewed, a little weird.
Yeah.
So.
When actions are reset, either upon entering a duty or when the duty is restarted after party incapacitation, certain job resources will also be set to their maximum values. Oath Gauge. Going to be maximum. Adder's Gall set to maximum.
These are both really good. Especially Paladin. I think this is amazing for Paladin. Obviously, I don't know anything about Sage. I don't know. I know a little bit about Sage, and so having Adder's Gall is good.
Yeah, Adder's Gall.
And I also
think of it as Aether Flow. So.
Yeah, it's like Ether Flow, or it's a lot like the Lily system on White Mage 2. And I understand why they don't give White Mage a full thing of lilies, is because then you'd just be able to go right into misery, and they don't want White Mages doing that. But the Oath Gauge is huge. That's going to allow Paladins to use Sheltron and cover in a lot of cases, like right off the bat in a fight, instead of having to wait to build it up. So having Oath Gauge like immediately at the start of a fight, it's going to be really, really good. I like this change a lot, especially since Oath Gauge, you can't use it for damage, right? So it's not going to affect their damage at all. It's just defensive abilities.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Certain classes and job resources will not be reset when incapacitated. Coda, which I think is the new Bard.
It is. It's the new Bard resource that they build for switching songs that they can use on their buff. So if you die, you're not going to lose your progress towards your buff, which is pretty cool. That's good.
Oh, that didn't work. Arcana Summoners, their Arcanums, Ruby, Topaz, Emerald, will not be reset. That's part of summoning, I believe, Bahamut and getting Phoenix out. Yes. So that makes sense. Hopefully they'll be able to start that process quickly if they die and have to come back.
Yes.
We'll see. Because that would feel bad to, I've summoned Bahamut and I died and now I'm stuck for 30 seconds. Astrologian. Okay. Yeah, I get it, because you got your cards.
Yeah, sorry, you're not going to lose your seals now, I guess, when you die. You can...
They will lose them.
Wait, it says right up, they will not be reset when incapacitated. Isn't Astro sign the seals?
Oh, okay. No, okay. So they're not going to 0. They're not being reset. Okay. Now I'm understanding.
So you won't lose your seal. So you can go into Astrodyne, the most powerful buff in the entire game, more easily with that when you die. I'm joking, by the way. Astrodyne's kind of a meme. It's cool.
It's okay.
We're not talking about that right now.
The cards are their main bread and butter. The Astrodyne's kind of MP regenerate. Yeah, it's secondary at best. Yeah. I mean, there's really no way you're not going to get at least 2 seals. So you'll get MP regeneration and you'll get spell speed.
Yep.
Yay.
Cool.
Sick pet action been removed. Who cares? Time frame within which players must execute actions to continue or complete combos has been extended. This is awesome. I think really it's up to 30 seconds.
It is. It's incredible.
That's awesome.
That's such a game changer for like every single job in the game.
Yes.
So it's just when there are downtimes and fights, you are going to see your combo get dropped a lot less. So that goes for pretty much anything. I'm pretty sure even like red mages, I think I'll have to look at the notes, but I think they're fire ready and Earth ready are longer too. I think they're doing this just to make it so that combos break a lot less, and especially since ranged skills that physical jobs can use will not break combos as well. So they're really pushing this, like,
great quality of life.
Yeah.
Following additions, adjustments made to the limit breaks. Use of limit breaks will no longer cancel action combos. Yay!
I don't know why it's yeah. This is long overdue. The fact that you could be like right in the middle of your like a dragoon can be like on hit 3 of their 5-hit combo and then they LB and they just lose their whole thing. It's like such garbage. So now, cool. You can use LB whenever you want. Not have to worry about it breaking your combo. So really cool.
Also, healer limit break extended from 30 to 50 yalms. Cool. Thank God I can reach you guys on the other platform on the cloud deck.
That's what I was going to say. Die all you want in Diamond now, and you can the healer can raise everybody. Always.
Thank God.
Good. Again, something that's needed to be done a long time ago. So
yeah. It always felt bad. I was like, oh, limit break. Oh, wait, I got to get to the middle of the arena so I can reach everybody. Well, you can now. It's okay.
Cool.
In order to curb the inflation, such as HP damage, everything's being downscaled. As we noted, you're not less powerful. Things just compacted into 1/5 the package. It's all okay. Calm down.
Yep. Everything's going to be all right.
Player tributes have been adjusted. Weapon damage will be adjusted to achieve parity. This is what we're talking about with the weapons.
Yes.
You need to get 2 potency on casters and only 1 on physical. So they're fixing that. Effective determination on damage dealt has been increased. Ooh,
that's interesting. I guess we're going to have to see where determination comes in on stat priority now. So maybe we'll want to do more determination.
Determination has always been the redheaded stepchild of this game.
It kind of has been. So maybe it gets better, but I don't know. It's gonna take a lot to outdo crit and direct hit. So
even for, I mean, I'm thinking for my healer role, maybe I want to go if they really have buffed it. Maybe I do want to go crit determination if they've leveled some parity with direct hit. Yeah, I could see that being a thing and affecting my heals. Yeah. It needs to affect it by a significant amount for it to be worth it.
It does. So. We'll find out. Yeah.
The effects of certain monster NPC actions have been adjusted. Okay, because they didn't go into detail. Amount of experience required to level up Disciple of War magic classes has been adjusted due to downscaling. Again, everything's been compacted. Not just your damage and your health, also your XP. Everything's being reduced to lower the amount of numbers needed for the computers to do their thing.
Yep.
Armory bonus granted below level 80 has been increased from 50 to 100%. This is kind of a normal thing. Once you hit the top end, you get an armory bonus for all your other classes. In a previous expansion, that bonus goes from 50 to 100%. So
makes it easier to level your jobs.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
The status effect True Self has been changed to Indomitable Spirit, and its description has been adjusted. Do we know what True Self is?
The status effect is applied during instance quest battles wherein the player controls NPC allies, and the difficulty has been set to easy or very easy. So I guess it just buffs you whenever you select easy or very easy, and you're playing as an NPC.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
sure. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is for solo duty. So if you fail, you can choose to go to easy or very easy, which is okay. I don't ever choose that. I want hard mode, yo.
Come on. Go home. Yeah. That's right.
In accordance with the increased level cap, new world and preferred world character bonuses now apply to all jobs at level 79 or below. Normal stuff. New enemies have been added. This lizard looks dope.
That's a dope lizard, for sure.
Alien cactuar.
That's the greatest monster in the game, by the way. I love him. I love Skinny. He's so cool. I want Skinny as a minion like yesterday. This is my number 1 minion right here. I want Skinny.
I want all the minions, so.
Well, and then if you get an extra Skinny, hit me up.
And then we get Shaggy Gobu.
Yes.
It's awesome.
I mean, the woolly goob. Yep, right there.
Oh my goodness. New dungeons have been added. Tower of Zot. We have no idea, but it looks cool. Fire.
Fire's cool.
Again, no idea.
Probably Fafnir.
It's kind of cold up there.
It looks kind of jungly. I don't know. Like,
are you talking about the one on fire?
Oh, the fire. Yeah. And then the ice. I mean, like maybe Garlemald. Yeah,
Garlemald. Something in Garlemald.
That looks.
But
like
if we have the Tower of Zot,
that looks like a
We'll see.
The thing you go up to the park, right? A parking
we'll
see lot.
In a few hours, I guess, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
But they look great, just great.
They
Give me more dungeons. Experience points previously earned standard dungeon enemies will now be earned from dungeon bosses. I think this is part of the scaling issue. You know, you're not having to adjust every single enemy in the game. You're just having to adjust a boss. Yeah. So cool. You're still going to get the appropriate amount of XP. Calm down. Items obtained from treasure coffers in the following dungeons have been adjusted. So they're adjusting the item levels in the ARR series.
Yeah. Just, it looks like easier to gear up from these dungeons. Players now obtain gear corresponding to the required average item level of each dungeon. Yeah, just it'll be easier to gear up and faster from these dungeons now. So that's always good.
I thought I remembered Amdapor and Wanderer's Palace giving level 50, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember. Well, they changed it since we used to do it back in the day. They Amdapor gave like the Peltast gear. I remember wearing that ugly sweater into Titan hard mode on Monk, the green and red Christmas sweater that I would get from Amdapor Keep back in 2.0. But those are the old days.
In accordance with the increased level cap, players can now gain experience from all level 80 content. Yay! New trials have been added, hidden. And I've tried to like click this and like save and dive and squint my eyes. Nothing. They're not showing us nothing.
Maybe the name of the trial is hidden and they're just literally just like it's actually hidden. Like, so, I'm going to do hidden EX.
I mean,
so, like,
we know,
I don't know. Maybe they're just joking.
We know what two of the three are. We got Anima.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the Magus Sisters, which might be a debate.
It could be a dungeon boss.
Well, we know that the Magus Sisters are a dungeon. They're in the Tower of Zot. That was part of the media tour. But it looks like they're also going to be part of a trial. And I think that's a debate. They're going to use their three masks and possibly summon Asura.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Some more Final Fantasy IV tie-ins too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
When undertaking the Great Hunt and the Great Hunt Extreme, a new visual indication when shattering Rathalos' tail has been added.
I don't know what that means. Maybe they finally have the ability to show her Rathalos' tail getting cut off. I know that there's some weird something about that, like
just don't be
like
gory,
violence or whatever.
As long as it's not gory.
Yeah. It's not in Monster Hunter. Come on. Monster Hunter is not a gory game, so like
it looks fleshy where it used to be, but I mean it's not.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not blood splatter, so I do need to finish that. I need my mount and I need that glam's pretty dope. I need that.
It is very dope. Yep.
Weapon coffers have been added to the following duties. Basically everything. We're gonna get weapon coffers in all the trials.
Yes.
So they're not just random. You'll get a coffer, and whoever wins the coffer can pick whatever weapon they want.
It's awesome. Good change. Makes it very easy to gear up in all of these things, and I wonder if they're probably going to do the same thing in the new trials, right? You'd think.
And I will say it says added, not replaced, so there will probably be a weapon drop and a coffer.
As well as a coffer. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So when our group gets together for extremes, we only need to farm it like 5 times, maybe.
Thank God.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm going to be farming the crap out of them, but that's beside the point. Gear obtained from treasure coffers in the following duties has been changed to gear coffers. So no more of those like little pieces. Oh, this is Savage. This is a Savage version. So they're doing what they did with Shadowbringers, then putting it in all the previous. Now you get a coffer and you get a piece.
Gotcha. That's cool. That's very cool.
Players will now receive the power of the Echo on Cloud Deck and Cloud Deck Extreme.
Wonderful.
That was, now that I think about it, I was like, oh yeah, we did that just regular when we did that.
Yeah. No Echo.
Strangely. We're so badass. The strength of the Echo granted in Eden's Promise Savage has been increased. Man, where was that when we were farming that? Come on. 20% now.
Echo while we were doing
I know,
that,
it was 15%.
Now it's 20. Yeah.
Expansion of Stone Sky Sea has been added. The Burning Field. Do you do this at all?
Yeah.
You do?
I do Stone Sky Sea all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I just like seeing how I'm performing on certain jobs and how fast. I just try to challenge myself to see how fast I can kill them. So I don't really test my DPS level or anything because I'm playing on PlayStation, so I have no way to test how much DPS I'm doing.
Sad face.
But I like doing it just for fun and to practice my rotation and stuff. Sure. So I do use Stone Sky Sea quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm a healer, so it's just, broil.
Press the button.
Dot,
yeah.
Broil. Yeah. Weekly restriction on receiving cracked cell clusters upon clearing the Teleportation items reach has been removed. That's old content, but yay.
Yeah.
If you want old material,
upgrade your Crypt Lurkers easier.
Yep.
Too. Yeah.
New elite marks have been added. Any of these 4 look like awesome to go hunting down?
Disco Skinny. I'm telling you, Disco Skinny right here is my boy. I need a minion of him too. Really bad. So
armored mechanized gorilla. Yes, please. That looks awesome. I want that as a minion.
Okay.
I want that as a mount.
That, and I'll take Disco Skinny, and then I don't know, the custard flan thing over here with the little headdress is pretty cool.
Yeah. And then this baboon demon thing. Yeah. And there'll be a lot more.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
I think we kind of talked about this, offline. Marks defeated in new areas will also yield sacks of nuts. So they're not going with a different currency, even though Shadowbringers was all based on the first and all those zones and all those hunts. They're bringing that currency to the source.
Maybe there's a lore reason that we'll find out why we're using these.
I'm wondering. Maybe they're like, oh, Centurio seals, they're so faux pas. The Warrior of Light brought sacks of nuts to the source. Let's use that.
Now the hotness, the hot new thing.
Yep. I think that they definitely should have made a new currency but kind of kept the same aesthetic and called them sacks of Shveti nuts.
I'm telling you.
Bring a little SNL into that. Shveti nuts. Yes. Reaper and Sage's arms are now available from the following deep dungeon vendors. Yay!
You want some easy glam. I don't know, that the red scythe from
red scythe, yo. Come on.
Might be pretty dope. Yeah, I'm telling you. So
red guns?
Check that out.
Pew, pew, pew.
Could be.
Red guns, white guns. I mean, if you want to go with the whole angel, but you still carry a scythe and you got the white one, you could kind of go antithesis of Reaper.
Yes, exactly.
I think their artifact set, or maybe first raid set, something is going to be like a white set.
Yeah.
So
I think you can make it work.
Yeah.
Cool.
Get some wings and a halo, and you're good to go. And call yourself Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Michael?
Whichever one.
Yeah.
You call yourself Lucifer, dude. There you go. The fallen angel, right? Yeah. Evil demons. I don't know, whatever.
The error message that displays when attempting to use return while undertaking the duties battle Castrum and Dalraida has been adjusted. Have you ever tried to return to get out of Castrum or the Dalraida?
No. Actually,
you know what? I have. I didn't have a problem with it. So I'm not sure what the error was.
I'm not sure.
You're going to get a confirmation prompt now.
Okay.
When you try to do return in there. Are you sure you want to leave the Castrum? Yes. I'm very sure.
Maybe people who are like returning here think they're just going to go back to the beginning when they're just going to go like to the beginning of the zone or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how any of this works. So,
maximum waiting time to enter has been set to 10 minutes. That's a long time to wait for
Delubrum Reginae. I mean, how many people are going to be doing Delubrum Reginae? Right.
So I still got some relics to do.
Yeah.
You and I have not done Savage yet.
No, we haven't. It says it will not apply to Delubrum Reginae Savage, so we're still going to have to find a party for that. But
if you have less than 24 players, you will be granted the power of the Echo in Delubrum normal mode, not in Savage. So that's cool. You only find 10 people, still get through it, and good times.
Yeah.
Elegant Tombstones of Aphorism
Aphorism.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Do we have any idea? Oh, astronomy is going to be our capped one in 4 weeks, right? Yes, there it is. Elegant Tomestones of Astronomy.
Where's that?
Just below us. There's no weekly limitation on tomestones.
A secondary currency, astronomy will be a product. Okay. Yep. Cool. Got it.
Allegory, Revelation, and Phantasmagoria are all going bye-bye. You will now have lots of poetics.
Poetics lives on. Will
always live on. I'm excited to see if they're going to have a new icon, if we're going to have this, X one, or if we're going to get something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, the following additions adjustment made to the duty finder. Category names and duties listed have been reorganized. Undersized is now being called unrestricted, which is more apropos to what it actually is.
Yeah.
Functionality has not been changed. Just it's clearer now what that function does. What does undersized mean?
You could go into an undersized party with a full party, and it makes no sense. It's not undersized, right? So now it just makes sense.
Yeah. Now it's unrestricted. You can do whatever you want. One solo, group, 90, 50, whatever. Certain duties will now grant the Epic Echo status effect when undertaking with an unrestricted party option enabled. Epic Echo status effect increases player tributes in order to maintain a level of difficulty similar to that experienced before the introduction of downscaling. The strength of this effect varies by duty level. So this is them adjusting things. It's because of the stat switch, some duties are off a little. This is them able to micro adjust. Micro adjust, the players so that they're in line with the new downscaling in certain instances.
That makes sense.
So while you might have a 5% echo in one instance, you might not have any echo in another, because there's just the tweaking of the numbers.
Yeah.
So that's how they made sure that you're not going to be less powerful. It's okay.
Cool.
The Raid Finder now only lists trials and duties introduced with patch 6.0. Good.
Yeah, as is tradition, except you could still find all the ultimates in there. So
ultimates will still be in that Raid Finder because they are hard. Duties associated with the Duty Roulette category have been adjusted. Duty Roulette level 60, 70, 70 dungeons.
Now it's going to be 50,
80,
60, 70, 80.
80, yes. Ooh, so much. So when... Oh, I lost my train of thought here. All right, so the final setup here looks like once... Why does it say expert? Oh, because that's going to be the level 90 dungeons. Okay. So they're going to have an expert for the new 90 dungeons, 50, 60, 70, 80 dungeons, leveling, trials, main scenario, alliance raids, normal raids, mentor, and frontline.
Yep, just all one new aphorism. So
yep, aphorism poetics. Congratulations. So we are going to have new clusters, antho clusters and dendro clusters.
Weird. Anthro and dendro. Okay.
Anthro and dendro.
Cool.
So look out for those. I don't know if they have new icons. I didn't put that down. PvP actions for Reaper and Sage have been added. Awesome. Season 20 will end and a preseason will begin. Just be aware there will be no more seasons of the feast. This preseason is just there to be there until 6.1 when the new PvP mode comes out. Are you excited about the new PvP, by the way?
I am. If it's fun, I'll do it. And if the rewards are cool, I'll also do it. So, I think something more low key is definitely more my style. I don't like the sweaty, super competitive PvP. So
that's I'm the same way. I'm not big on super sweaty, and the fact that there were such cool rewards and minions and mounts and all this cool glamour stuck behind that. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, not everything should be for everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's why we have ultimates and we got shiny weapons because, we put the time in on that. So the people that want a PvP, they deserve some rewards too. I just think the feast was just bleh.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people agree with you. So
I'm hoping this new one is engaging, and I think the battle pass system that they have going on is intriguing, and the fact that there's no FOMO with it.
Yeah,
there's no fear of missing out here, because any rewards that are going to be attached to that are still going to be available afterwards. So you'll just have to kind of catch up to it.
I like that. That's cool.
New items have been added. Oh, we got a kind of a front and back thing.
Cool gear.
Is this?
Yeah.
I believe this is artifacts, possibly.
I don't know. I don't think so. Who's on the left side? If that was somebody's left side artifact gear, that green, I'm sorry.
Well, this is Raideo.
Oh, that's true.
So that would be Summoner.
I'm sorry, Raideo. I feel bad because that's Cecil in the middle.
That's Cecil in the middle. You got Kane.
And Edge. Yeah.
Edge, Ninja. Is that Edward? Dancer?
Where's the dancer? Oh, there's the dancer. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Edward or Gilbert or whatever they call him. So I think he goes by both.
Yeah, I think they're theming them all of Final Fantasy IV, which again, appropriate considering we're going to the moon. The backside, yeah, that's definitely Raideo.
That might be the crafted gear.
That's Black Mage, right?
Yes.
So.
Yes, that's Black Mage.
We'll
for
see.
Sure.
We'll see
for sure. Yep.
But hey, Final Fantasy IV themed character clothing is awesome. I like it. New recipes have added. Due to the volume of recipes, it will not be listed in the patch notes, of course, because that's just crazy talk. Certain recipes cannot be crafted using quick synthesis. Okay.
Cool.
Items cannot be sold, desynthesized, or submitted for expert delivery missions. Like when we were doing Diamond Weapon, we couldn't desynth those weapons. Now probably they're going to be available for desynth.
Yeah.
Number of slots allotted to the main hand and rings tabs has been increased to 50. Yay.
That's cool.
It only cost us belts.
Goodbye belts.
And hopefully an expansion below suspenders.
Yes. The season of the suspender. Yep.
You could do so much more with suspenders than you can with belts. Come on.
If you showed them on your character,
flare on it. You could put flare on it. Suspender flare.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Yes, I can.
Pretty cool.
Grade 9 and 10 materia has been added. This is normal par for the course now. Each new expansion we get a new set of materia. 10 will be limited on the first slots, and then overmelding will be grade 9.
9s. Gotcha.
The success rate for salvaging grade 7 and 8 materia when using retrieve materia has been increased. Again, par for the course now. Cool. It used to be, I think, a 60 for grade 8 and a 80 for grade 7.
I think it was 40 for grade 8.
40, 60?
Yeah.
40, 60?
That sounds better.
So I'm guessing that it's going to go to 100.
Probably, or damn close to it. Maybe one will be 80%.
Yeah, but and by the time you get to, your job's up to 90, you're going to want to go to Mutamix in Thanalan and push those all anyways. So,
yep.
Grade 8 dark matter has been added.
Cool, from repairs.
Yep.
Great.
Yep, that's another currency. We talked about that earlier. The description for items that increase experience points have been adjusted.
I don't know what they adjusted here. How's the wording here different than what it used to be?
I think they're just putting it. I think they're just putting it in a different spot.
Maybe.
So you see how it's disabled. I think it used to be at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
And now they're putting it up so you could see it right after the level.
That's fair.
Reaper and Sage have been added as required jobs for certain gear. So for those that don't know, Dragoons sharing the same gear now with Reaper, and healers, of course, with Sage.
Are all healers. Yeah.
Gear for Reaper and Sage can now be obtained from Granault in the Tempest.
Yep.
That's our
right here.
That's our artifact gear. Sale prices of certain items have been changed. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Very vague.
Very vague. The following item names have been changed. Heavy elegant
I have
flanchard.
No idea. I have zero idea why they're doing this. Doesn't matter. Long boots, thigh boots, flanchard, soloret.
I don't know. Pumpkin cookie to old pumpkin cookie.
That makes sense because it's old. Because it's an old event item.
But when I make it, it's fresh. It's not old.
But you're not those are cookies you get from the event, bro.
What event?
Those are like old Halloween event items. We haven't even had a Halloween event or a Halloween event yet, which is hilarious. But you know what I mean. The pumpkin cookies from last year, you're not going to be able to use them for this year. They're going to be the old ones. So you just throw them away.
Setting things up for the future. So I guess when Heavenstern comes around, we might get tickets again because they're changing Heavenstern to Ox ticket.
Yeah.
Following items no longer classified as unique. Cool. Ronkin rings, Deep Shadow, Crypt Lurkers.
All this stuff. I mean, yeah, if you're augmented Crypt Lurker, like if the augmented Crypt Lurker ring of healing, for example, if you want a level Sage, happens to be better than your Edenborn one, then just get 2 of the Crypt Lurker ones. You're good.
Or if you haven't done level 80 content at all and you had no raid gear anyways, now you can have filled both ring slots.
Mm-hmm.
Viable job specific gear has been added.
As you do.
I guess that's going to be probably
gear added with the patch can be dyed after progressing to a certain point in the Endwalker main scenario and role quests.
So maybe my guess is Memoria type deal for this expansion?
My guess is they give you your artifact gear, and then at some point, just as you're doing the questing or as you're doing the main story, you just can dye it. So that's what I read from this instead of having to do like a whole new instance. So,
furthermore, whether it has been removed from their names. Oh, this is all the
old artifacts. This is all the old artifact stuff, yeah.
Okay, so now they're dyeable and they're no longer weathered.
Yeah. So my guess is when we get our artifact gear from Geralt or whatever his name is up here, Geralt's doppelganger, we can probably just dye it off the bat. So Memoria is probably only going to be used for the card and Wondrous Tales. And it has like extra materia slots on that gear. So, I mean, I guess if you wanted to do it for the materia slots for some reason, but now it looks like you can just get this gear and dye it from right when you get it from the dude, Grenolt. So
maybe people are just not going to be needing to do Memoria. It's just for funsies.
Just for funsies, yep.
Following items cannot be equipped regardless of gender. That's cool.
More gender neutral stuff. That's
awesome. Bustier and tights on my all raw. My male all raw.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, let's go. I'm gonna look so pretty.
Oh my god.
What?
I believe it.
Everyone's welcome here. Whether you're Warrior of Light or Warrior of Darkness. Or somewhere in between.
Mm-hmm.
In accordance with the downscaling of in-game values, the following battle rate adjustments have been made. Gear attributes adjusted. Materia attributes adjusted. Potency of meal and healing items adjusted. I'm glad that they're remembering to do this. I mean, I always thought when we were doing an ultimate and we have our level 80 food, it was kind of broken.
Well, potency. I don't know if they're exactly doing it to like affect that per se.
I know they're doing it for the stat squish, but
yes,
I'm just glad that they remembered it.
Yeah. That's true. It's kind of like a loophole, right, where you can eat better food, but still sink down to like an ultimate, and you're just better because of the food. So it's good that they thought about like you don't eating a food doesn't give you like double your HP because of the stat squish now or something, right? So that's good.
All right, this is where are we at? Yeah, over an hour. So let's truck along here. The following adjustments have been made to weapons obtained from the relic weapon quests. Secondary attributes are adjusted automatically in accordance with the downscaling values.
Just downscaling stuff.
More downscaling. Piety attribute has been removed from the following items.
Okay.
All old stuff.
No more piety on the Thug's mug.
No piety on Thug's mug, or on the Paragon's crown, or divinity, dark divinity. Yeah. Okay, great. Physical and magical defense on Disciple War Gear can be equipped by tank classes below level 50 has been increased. Okay.
Cool.
Players can no longer cast lots on coffers containing multiple gear pieces if they contain a unique item the player already possesses.
I don't understand this. Is this like the 2B coffer or something?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think that's like you can't cast lot on the 2B coffer if you already have the 2B coffer. Maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
This makes me think it's.
But however, it's still possible to cast lots on coffers, such as weapon coffers, whose content differ according to the player's current. Yeah. I don't know. Big brain stuff, bro.
So, like, if you're on healer and you have your healer ring already, you can't roll on the ring.
But it says here whose content you could still lot on stuff that you can change jobs and open on another job.
It's weird.
That's what it says. There's still
so weird.
I don't understand that. Guess we'll find out.
Error message: when failing to open a chest containing unique items you already possess has been adjusted. Okay, that makes sense. Following changes have been made to belts. They're just gone.
Just bye belts. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna skip that. I guess there is maybe some information. Belts can no longer be repaired. Material can no longer be extracted. So if you haven't done that already, I'm sorry. You know, that 100% spirit bond is gone. Material can no longer be affixed.
Yeah.
Belts can no longer be purchased. Belts can no longer be put up for sale. Belts can no longer be traded. Recipes for belts have been removed. Belts can no longer be obtained as quest rewards. Belts can no longer be obtained via dungeons, raids, or raids. Belts can no longer be obtained on treasure hunts or from guild leaves. Unobtainable. Belts are just gone.
Before becoming obsolete due to advancements in tailoring, belts such as these were used for holding up trousers and the like. Lol. Amazing.
Yep. Again, more proof that I think advancements in tailoring is going to lead to suspenders.
Yes.
Belts will be moved to Calamity Salvager, so if you want to retrieve it to do something with, I don't know,
descent or something, can you still descent them? You can probably
No.
Did it say no decenting?
You had to do that all before the end, I believe.
Maybe you can turn them in for points or something. I don't know. You gotta do something with them. Put them in a retainer somewhere. Your belt.
Yes, you can desynth belts. Yes, you can desynth belts.
Well, there we go. Yeah,
you can desynth a belt. Retrieve obsolete belts. Congratulations. Go get those belts and go desynth them or turn them in for. I don't even know if you can turn them in for credits at this point.
I'm not sure.
In accordance with the removal of belts, calculations used to determine average item level have been adjusted. In accordance with the removal of belts, the following furnishing recipes which required rope belt will instead require 3 bundles of straw.
Okay.
Laundry pole. That's the poor man's stripper pole, right?
Yeah.
Laundry pole.
The poor man's washer and dryer.
Dryer, I guess. Dryer. In accordance with the removal belts and their crafting recipes, the following changes have been made to achievement requirements.
All of these weird, like equip a bunch of gear and then go to the dude. I've never done any of these. Like the Pirate Day or Body of the Temple. I don't even know where to get this gear. Where do you get a Templar's chain coif?
I believe Templars is Dismal Darkhold.
Oh.
Same with Buccaneers and Harlequins. I think that's all. I believe that
weird.
Is all from Dismal Darkhold.
Well, I'll have to check it out because those are some pretty easy achievements to do then, if that's the case.
They've adjusted achievements, basically cutting out all the belt recipes needed to hit those marks. Speed belt will no longer be obtained in Eureka Pagos. A new item, Blitzring, can be obtained in its place.
Yes.
You can exchange your speed belt for Blitzrings.
It's so funny. Like, I bet you 95% of the player base just doesn't care about that sentence right there. But there's like the 5. Like I became the 5 in the past few months doing Eureka. And speed belt's a big deal. And when they announced that belts were going away, both me and Winnie were like, what are they going to do with the speed belt? Like, did we just farm this for nothing? Like, whatever. And then they said that they were going to replace them, like, specifically. And we were like, yeah, nice.
You going to hook me up with a ring?
Maybe I'll help you with a Blitzring. I don't know. I bet you Blitzring is going to drop from King Arthro, which is where you get it from in Eureka, and she's gotten 2 already, which is insane. So if she gets a third, I bet you she'll hook you up.
Okay. One-stop shop for gear and items purchased in exchange for elegant tomestones and scripts has been added to the Crystarium. That's awesome. Good.
Mm-hmm. Another one of those NPCs you can go for like a one-stop shop here. Pretty cool.
I like that quality of life when they put that in the game in all the major cities.
Yeah.
Icons indicating required currencies have been added to the drop-down menu in the item exchange. So you can see trial gear. Oh, requires gil. Crystarium gear requires tomestones. So that's cool. Following adjustments made to gear exchanges for elegant tomestones of Phantasmagoria, Allegory, and Revelation. Now all for Poetics.
As you do. Yep.
Base item upgrade materials no longer be obtained from shops, dungeons, or retainers. Players who possess the base items may turn them in exchange for Poetics. Cool.
Very nice.
I actually kind of have some of that stuff still.
Mm-hmm.
I need to turn those in. The maximum amount of crystal sand and umbrite required to complete an animal weapon has been reduced from 80 to 60. That's nice.
Easier to make animal weapons.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I've done that with all 3 of my healers, so I have all my animal weapons for all 3.
I have a few animal weapons too, but there might be a few I want to do. So very cool. They made it easier.
I got no relics done for Eureka for Stormblood.
Yeah, I finished one, and that was not that long ago. So I didn't do it while it was relevant.
It was so hard to do that content, and
it was
and stay with it. If we had known what was at the end, Baldassi Arsenal was at the end of that, I bet a lot of more people would have stuck with it.
For sure.
Chat here. There's been my 22.5 million gil speed belt price last night. Second listing was 40 million. Wow.
When he was looking around at speed belts just for the meme, and people were buying them up before servers went down.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Are they really that crazy powerful?
They're not. I mean, they're powerful. Yeah, they give you haste in Eureka zones, which is strong, and they're very rare. Both that and the Cassie earring are very rare drops. So, that's why they're so expensive.
The following requirements for purchasing the items from the Calamity Severed has been adjusted. Okay.
All this crafter artifact gear stuff or relic stuff. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm guessing it's all based off the belts. I mean, is this all belt related?
Maybe.
All right.
I don't know.
The cost of purchasing grade 6 material from Sundry Splendors vendors for Hesmia and Illustrator has been reduced from 80 to 100 poetics. That's good. Collectible dealer in Mordona in Revenant's Toll has been removed.
No. Goodbye, collector dealer in Mordona. Bye-bye. Who's going to take up that tent then? That tent's just going to be empty.
Yeah, probably.
Feels bad.
Level cap for Disciples of Hand and Land has been increased to level 90. Yay. Amount of experience per course has been adjusted. Downscaling.
As you do. Yep.
Purple scripts.
Crafting.
We're going to purple.
Introducing purple scripts. Yep. I like purple. Purple's my favorite color. Hey!
Purple's good. Goodbye, yellow. Goodbye, red. Well, yellow's not completely gone. You can turn those in for white scripts. Yellow scripts by
I guess
white scripts.
If you had any red scripts, they're just going to be deleted when you log in.
They're so old. They're so old. They were 2 expansions ago, yo.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have purple as our main and white as our secondary now. We'll need white ones for our books, right? Crafting.
Yes, white's where you get your master crafts. So,
yellow crafter scripts and gathering scripts no longer attainable, can no longer be used for item exchanges. You should be able to turn them in for white.
Mm-hmm.
Red is all gone. Poof, into the void, into the ether. Unified script exchange. Here you may exchange crafters and gatherer scripts for sundry local treasures and imported conveniences. No matter your trade, all you need and more is within your grasp here at the Unified Script Exchange. So, do you know what this is?
Yeah, I mean, this is. I think they're just redoing how the merchant. What am I even talking about? The NPC that you can buy stuff with scripts from is going to be like, you know how they laid out the menu for your tombstone exchange for those people in the new.
Oh, okay. So it's a centralized
towns?
script exchange.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So it's just going to be an easier interface for you to find what you want, because those menus, going through all of those menus to buy stuff with scripts is just insane.
Yeah.
So they're just making it easier for you to find what you want to buy.
Gotcha. That's good. Available menu categories for Splendor, Fender, and Endleshire has been adjusted. Wow, that was a lot of down to Tradecraft and Fieldcraft.
Cool.
Maybe inside of that there'll be more, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Adjustment made to script tokens. Who's dealt with blue scripts? That is Heaven's Ward, for crying out loud, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's older than red.
Their announcement released on Monday, October 18th, stated that Blue Crafter Scripts tokens would be no longer obtainable from NPCs. However, after reconsidering the overall impact on game balance, the decision to remove them completely has been reversed. I don't know, dude. I have no idea. That's wild. That is some wild sentences that I just read there. Blue script tokens.
Oh, it's
overall
tokens.
Game balance. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
There was some weird stuff with Heaven's Ward, and like you had to take scripts to get tokens, and then you use the tokens. Yeah. So that system's gone, right? That's just.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that was a little convoluted, but so you probably be able to take white scripts and get blue gatherers tokens.
Yeah, so you can get tokens, whatever you want. Yeah.
So they don't.
Still really weird.
It is weird.
But hey, when you restore CP, you can see a little floating text now. Great.
Yep, you've gotten 220 CP. Because it didn't do that before. New actions. Honestly, I am not going to go into crafting and gathering. Maybe we can do that next time.
Yeah.
Our time is running low here.
Limited. Sleep is calling us. Yeah.
Traits, crafters, gatherers. We'll go over. We'll make this a second run.
Yes.
Crafters.
More crafting.
Paladin's demon arms. Paladin's goddess arms.
You know, what are those? Oh, I think where are you at right now? I think I went past you. What they're doing is they're making it so that when you, I did see this. When you go to craft a paladin weapon, a paladin primal weapon, you're going to be able to craft them as a set instead of having to craft the sword and the shield separately.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. So it's 11 arms. So you'll get they just need to eliminate that slot. Just get rid of shields.
The shield slot? Yeah.
Just put it together. Yeah. Sword and shield.
Just put them together. Yeah. That would make sense. That 7.0. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think that'd be cool. And suspenders. Yeah, for sure.
Following adjustments have been made to the crafting log. You can have now 100 favorites. Wasn't it like 20 before? Or 50? You can have lots of favorites now.
Yeah, the favorites was limited, so now it's massive. So have fun with that.
Coffee biscuit 100 times?
Yes, many coffee biscuit, bro.
An icon has been added to indicate high quality versions of material may be used for an initial increase to a recipe's quality. Again, there are no such thing as high quality raw materials. There still is intermediate period. Yes.
Yep. As you can see here, you can use those no quality items to create a high quality smooth butter, which then you could use in this chanterelle saute.
Yes. But the mushroom will not have a high quality version of itself.
Correct.
It itself is a raw material. So the intermediary parts can become high quality. Following Sky Seal tool, materials are no longer required to be high quality when exchanging for upgraded tools. Oh. So if you want to get all your purple crafter weapons, you don't need to get high quality. You just need to get it done. Just complete it.
That is some oddly specific latex, though. Anyway.
Yeah. High quality materials may still be used for exchanging, but you don't need to worry about it. It's so last expansion.
Yeah.
Only gain a maximum 1,000 XP for submitting House of Splendors. So This again,
same thing
as the
yeah.
Leafs. Yeah. It is now possible to submit collectible fish with a low collectability rating. Experience points and scripts rewarded upon submission will be adjusted according.
Cool.
Amount of type of crafter gatherer, miner, botanist, fisher.
Yeah, this is gathering stuff.
Yeah.
Gathering stuff.
Again, we'll come back and do another one of these at a later date.
Yeah.
Which reminds me.
And this is all going through how instead of getting high quality when you gather now, they're gonna just have a percentage of getting more per node.
Yeah.
So when you go
it's
to
no longer
mine,
quality, it's quantity over quality.
Yeah.
TIE fighters. Large fish, okay.
Same thing. High quality fish are now just gonna be large.
They're large.
Yeah.
Spearfishing has its own mini game. That's kind of cool.
That's very cool. I like that. Yeah, I think that's a lot of fun. Gives fishers something to do. You know,
just stab the fish. And
you guess you can get ranked on.
Yeah, depending on where you stab them.
Fishing. Yeah.
So weird. Okay. More fishing, mining, gathering.
Some ocean fishing stuff.
New mounts have been added.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Where do I get the level checker? I want level checker right now. Where do I get level checker?
Is there a mount right now for finishing Omega as blue weapon? Blue mage?
No. There are titles you can get.
Titles.
But no mount.
Maybe with Shadowbringers, you finish Blue Mage's Shadowbringers content.
Yeah, maybe. Get level checker. Man, I want the Malboro mount, but that level checker is sick. You get you're stuck in the screen. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my god, look at the minions. They're so cute.
I like the crab. I like the crab. Crab is secondary. He's my number 2. But Skinny, I want Skinny first. And then I want a little crab friend.
New Bardings, of course. Our Chocobo looking dapper as ever. New fashion. Look at these wings.
Hey, those are the wings, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
cool. New market board has been added to our Old Charlan.
Yeah. That's how you know it's not the end game zone, because you can go to the market board in Old Charlan. Yep.
Yeah. Poor Walgar's Reach, poor Gilmore. Rest in pieces. The following additions and adjustments made to retainers. Register Old Charlan. Level cap has been raised to 90. Beside Raper Sage. Their experience has been adjusted as well. Adjustments made to retainers. New objectives. Added delivery missions, exploration missions. That's normal. New items can be obtained. Bonus to items received. What? Okay. So if they're gathering a certain item, you can see now if you have gathered it. If you haven't gathered it, they can't gather it.
Yeah.
So it'll be listed there.
That's cool.
Achievements window has been revamped. I kind of like this new UI.
Yeah, I like it too. I think any improvement to any UI in this game is good, and it's giving the achievement page its own little flair, and I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I want them to do more with achievements.
I do too.
I don't know if you're familiar with WoW, like dungeon achievements, like doing, a certain boss a certain way. That's not normal, just killing it. But maybe you ate an AOE and yet you still completed it.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that.
That'd be cool.
And I want to see more rewards. Like they haven't given any rewards in that achievement system in ages.
Yeah, it's cool that you can obviously with achievements you complete one and then you can get a special mount or something. But they haven't added anything with those achievement points in a long time. Yeah. So they need to be adding stuff to that achievement point stuff. So that'd be cool.
I will say that Yoshi P, I don't know if it was the last live letter or the one before, they did say they were going to they wanted to kind of overhaul the achievement system. So maybe they are going to go big with it in the future.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New achievements and titles have been added, of course. Following just been made to teleportation.
Yeah, have you seen this?
You can.
This is really cool.
Just your Aetheryte tickets.
So yeah, you can have it set so that it'll only ask you to use a ticket when you teleport above a certain amount. So that's really nice.
Like when I was saying, I don't use the ticket unless it's over 500. Now I could just set that and it just will use it.
Yep.
Oh,
very cool.
An option to enable confirmation prompts has been added. Guild cost for teleporting is adjusted. Yes, I've mentioned that in my own video.
Mm-hmm.
Maps will not be displayed when accessing the Ethernet in the following areas.
Yep, Eureka, for all you scrubs who just don't get good and remember what they're all called. Now you can look at a map and see where you're teleporting to.
I mean, honestly, they're all organized in the way you acquire them. The top one is the first, and then second, third, fourth. It's just
pretty much, yeah.
Easy peasy.
But yeah.
Viewing the map, is this going to be our full world map? They're going to show us that full world map? That's pretty cool.
I think so. Well, at least what we see so far. There's some more out there, you know. We got to look towards 7.0. There's other continents we haven't explored.
Over there, way down south here. Miracedia's down here, right?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
All right. Viewing the map, players can now toggle between levels by pressing LB plus X or awesome. L1 plus square. Following additions, adjustments have been made to the player search, tank, healer, DPS. Okay.
Yep, I guess just adding Sage and Reaper, whatever.
Yep. Some options have been added under location.
Oh, when you're searching for a character, I guess, or for a player.
I'm looking for someone in Limsug because I'm a stalker.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I like this change. Fredo and I'm raising. Well, who are you raising? You can see.
And then I just swoop in and raise them before both of you do.
You suck it.
So.
You waste both of our MPs.
Yep. That's my job. It's really not, but I mean, it helps, but it's not going to help when Swiftcast happens. So Swiftcast raises are still going to be shit. So have fun.
The following additions and adjustments have been made to the Party Finder. 1 player per job.
It will no longer include parties that you can't join due to 1 player per job.
Pure healers and barrier healers can now be specified when recruiting party members. Okay.
Cool.
I don't think it's really going to come to that, honestly.
There's going to be a lot of overlap between the two anyway, so I don't think it's going to be that bad, but
Aether Compass has been moved to the collection menu. Oh. So
there you go. You probably didn't even need to prep it.
Yeah. So. If you previously owned but discarded an Aether Compass, a new one will be added to the collection menu automatically. Yay!
See? Didn't even have to worry about it.
And I have to worry about it. HP bars will now be displayed even when capacitated. That's good. Now I can see when people are dead.
It's a controversial different change. Maybe you can change it in the character config or something. But
why is it controversial?
I mean, when you're doing something like in Zadnor in a critical engagement and everybody's dead, that's a lot of little black bars just all over the place. But yeah.
You mean you don't want to see 47 black bars while you solo it?
True, exactly.
The conditional enhancement category has been added to the HUD layout interface. Conditional enhancements.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at this and there's like fight or flight there. Yeah, okay. You know, that's a buff. But then up here, there's Sword Oath. So why is Sword Oath up here? That's conditional. It's on a timer. But then Shield Oath is here, and that's not. You just toggle that on and off. I don't know. It's weird.
Split element into 4 groups. Okay, well. I mean, that's a debuff. That's a buff. That's a different buff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. I like it, though.
More options, I guess,
you can split up more stuff. Yeah, it's good.
The following additions and adjustments have been made to ground targeting. Crystal speed setting up has been changed from 0 to 200. 0 100
you
to 0 200. Okay.
Put your ground targeting fast as hell, and then you can it won't let you go beyond a certain range. So if you're a ninja and you want to get maximum Shikuchi usage, you don't have to now like finagle with it.
You don't have to measure
you can
you just like
fling it out there and go
out there in the horizon, and it'll just go as far as it can.
Yeah,
cool. An option to prevent the curse from moving beyond the ground targeting range has been added. That's what you just talked about. Option to execute actions the second time has been added. Text command to execute ground target actions without entering ground targeting mode has been added. Oh, okay. So you can kind of macro it. In accordance with the increased level cap, new adventure has been adjusted. You are now considered a new adventure if you have played less than 300 hours.
I find that hilarious.
And have not completed the main scenario quest, Death Until Dawn.
All these like JRPGs out there, single player JRPGs that are like, oh man, 100 hours, 150 hours, long, super long games.
Yeah.
And over here, you're still a sprout in this game if you played less than 300. It's pretty funny.
That is funny. Players who fulfill either of these above requirements may set their status new adventure. That's funny. Bonus to experience points earned when a mentor forms a party with a new adventurer. Apply to level 80. Oh, you get an experience bonus if you're with a mentor?
You do? Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is one of my key goals, is to become Omni 90. It'd be the first time I've ever been Omni at any level.
I'm Omni 80 if I unlock Scholar. But there you go. That's a lot of work. Getting a job done, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. In accordance with the increased level cap, the requirements for new mentors have been adjusted. Okay, so this is important. Must have completed level 90 tank role quest, level 90 healer role quest,
okay,
and level 90 melee DPS, or physical ranged, or magical range. So just one.
So one of the DPS.
Must have completed at least 1,000 dungeons, which has stayed the same, and must have received at least 1,500 player commendations, which has stayed the same.
Yeah.
Hand and land requirements for mentor must have reached level 90 with at least one hand and land. It must have synthesized at least 100, which is the same. It must have gathered at least 300 collectibles, which is the same.
Yeah.
Those who are currently mentors must renew their certification during the 6.0 patches. Players who fail to do so will be unable to access certain features. Once the renewal process period is ended, players who have not renewed their certification will lose the mentor status and must wait until 6.1.
No more crown for you.
So get on it, mentors.
Yep.
Get to leveling. New dungeons that are variable for Explorer mode.
Shisui is cool. It's a really nice looking dungeon.
Doma Castle was not part of it? Oh, these are older ones.
Yeah, this is specifically Explorer mode, yeah.
So what the heck is scenario mode?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, weren't we? I don't know.
Okay, well.
Now I'm confused.
Functions been made into a group pose. I'm sorry, we're because of time.
More stuff. Yeah, great.
More stuff.
Cool.
Performance mode. You can do G pose with performance mode, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Duty recorder. Great. Awesome.
Duty recorder. You can have NPCs that accompany you on certain quests. Introduced 6.0 can be set as targets. So you, and like in this picture, you can see Alphino and Alice following you along, walking along with you in the open world during your quests.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Following you around like a Pokemon. Gotcha.
And then you should be able to also G-pose with them and stuff too.
Yeah.
Question mark. Okay, who cares? That's Duty Recorder. Does anybody ever actually use that?
Nope.
2 trials introduced at 6.0 will be available. I'm guessing those are the two trials. Not the third one at level 90. Crafting active dual sense shenanigans.
Yes.
Embodies immerse spatial audio. So if you want to, take a picture of your ear and send it to them. You can get that special audio.
Special
one-time fee as well. You need to pay a one-time fee and send your ear. And then yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Wow.
Us being PS5 players, we click the button and it's done.
Yeah. Nice.
HUD and UI effects, text ride pylon. Okay, so more macro stuff. Patch note opens the patch notes page on the official site. That's cool.
Please construct more pylons. Yes, that's cool. Pet glamour's cool.
Pet glamour.
Pet size is cool.
Alter the pet. Selected summons. You must resummon the eggy. Oh, for pets. Yes, get it. Pet size. That's a good one to know.
I really do need to make Bahamut smaller.
No, he's a good big boy.
He is. Yeah, he is. He's thick, dude.
He's very thick.
Like 4 C's, dude.
Yeah. Ultimate golden one is even thicker.
Yes, very.
More actions. You know what? Let's go over to our jobs here. Which job are you wanting to go after first? What job do you want to focus on?
Okay. I mean, I could be controversial and do Monk, but I'll do Red Mage instead because Red Mage I know more about. So now I have to find it. Here
we go. Red Mage. We're not going to do PvP actions. We're just going to focus on PvE.
Battle system. I have to hit the job guide button here. Go over to Red Mage.
I do like this site. I like how simple it is.
It is, yes.
But it tells you what you have and what the revisions are. And if it doesn't have any of that, it stayed the same. So that's good.
As you see, Red Mage has like almost everything revised.
For post. So because mana's getting easier to get, right?
Correct. Overall. Well, it's getting mana is becoming easier to get in some senses, but our generation of mana is also getting nerfed in a few other places. So Riposte here, that's our melee attack, our first melee attack. It's being reduced. The cost of it's being reduced from 30 to 20. So we can start our melee combo with less mana here. Overall, at level 90, well, I guess even at level whenever Red Mage goes live in Endwalker, we can start our melee combo at 50-50 as opposed to 80-80. But to compensate for that, we're generating less mana overall from all of our spells. But that is kind of balanced out by manification, which will give us a pure 50-50 instead of just doubling our mana, which means we'll be able to just instantly melee combo when we use manification instead of having to be at a certain number, which is great. But if you want to go down this list, Jolt, potency got decreased a little bit, and the mana generation. Thunder, potency decreased a little bit again. Same with the
mana.
Core is getting 2 charges.
Yay!
The recast got reduced by 5 seconds. I think that's to make it the same as displacement and engagement. Verero is getting the same dealio.
Same as Thunder, yeah.
Scatter, we'll go into why the revision is the way it is when we get down to acceleration. It's an interesting thing. But it looks like the potency is the same. So at least the base potency of 120 is the same. Yes. So that's that. Thunder 2 and Verero 2 are both getting buffed by 20 potency. That's good. Interesting that they're doing this. It's still going to not be a DPS increase on 2 targets to use these. You'll still be better off using your single target on 2 targets. But at 3 or more, you'll want to be using these, which is not changed very much. But yeah. So Fire and Stone actually got buffed here. That's interesting. Their mana generation obviously is reduced again, like I said. But the buffing these spells is interesting when they're nerfing the others. But I don't know if they're quite nerfing the others because we're getting buffed versions of Thunder and Verero later on down in the.
And maybe really want you to use those accelerations.
Yes. Zwershao, same thing. Just being able to execute it at a lesser amount of a mana gauge. Displacement is getting nerfed. Interestingly enough, it's going from 200 to 180. That's okay because we have 2 charges of it. And the better thing is engagement, which shares a recast with displacement, now does the same potency. Where in the past it would do less potency. It would do 50 less potency than displacement. So every time you used engagement, you were losing potency. But the cool thing about engagement is you can use it in melee range, as well as the fact that you can double weave with it really easily, where displacement is sometimes hard to double weave, and you don't always want to go back 15 yalms, right? So it's good that engagement does the same potency now. Now you can decide if you want to go use the displacement for the movement or use engagement just because it's more convenient and not have to worry about losing damage. So that's really cool that they're doing that. Flesh is getting buffed.
Awesome. More damage.
I don't know. Flesh is great. I don't know why they're buffing it, but there you go. Redoublement, same thing, just being able to use it at less mana. Acceleration, here's where it gets interesting.
Real quick, though, just before we get to that, sure. One good thing with engagement, though, the level has been reduced. So you're going from level 72 when you initially learned it down all the way down to 40.
Correct. You're getting engagement the same time you get displacement. So now you don't have to worry about waiting until all the way down in Shadowbringers to be able to use your OGCD in melee range. So yes, that's another good thing. Good thing that you mentioned that.
All right.
If you look at acceleration here, so the wording is a little weird.
Yes, I had to read it 3 times and have someone explain it to me.
Yeah, ensures that the next Ver Thunder, Ver Arrow, or Impact can be cast immediately. So that to me tells me that when you use acceleration, your next damage spell, which you'll want to use on these 3 spells, will be swift cast. It'll be instant cast. So this is just more movement for us, which is great because in the past you basically only had swift cast, or you relied on your dual cast to move, or you used reprise, which reprise is still in our kit. But now we have more movement options. Obviously, acceleration is not going to let us just spam out Verazes or anything like that, but it's just our damaging spells. But that's still really, really cool.
You guys can just go wherever the hell you want.
Yes. But additionally, acceleration is going to increase the potency of impact by 50, which if you remember back, like the second or third skill we get is scatter. Scatter just evolves into impact. So it's basically just increasing the damage of our impact, which is cool because in AoE situations, acceleration is just useless.
I've experienced that myself. I'm like, I want to use this button, but I'm in AoE, so
it does nothing. Now it does something. So now acceleration has a purpose for all occasions, which is just great. And it still does the old effect of ensuring that your Ver Thunder becomes Ver Fire ready and that Ver Arrow becomes Ver Stone ready. It's just consistent. However, because of this new effect, it now no longer has the 3. When you use acceleration now, it gives you the 3. Your next 3 spells will give you Ver Fire ready and Ver Stone ready. Now it's just a single use, but you get 2 charges of it. So overall, I like acceleration a lot more now. I think it's going to be really, really cool. So just all around great. Just fixing some of the very small things that red mages needed to have fixed, or just some tweaks.
It feels like
not changed.
It feels like that their kit is going to be just so smooth.
It is
in and out, just kind of flowing.
This whole thing just leads me to believe that Red Mage is the best designed job in the game. You really can't convince me otherwise. Molinet is not changed. Vercure is not changed. Smile. Contra 6 got nerfed. But the reason Contra 6 got nerfed is because our AoE is going to be insane. So I'm not worried about it. Embolden got changed to now just being a 5% damage buff for the whole party, thank God. So, unfortunately, it still just increases own magic damage dealt by 5%, which is stupid. I don't know why that's that, but all party members are just getting a flat 5%. The only reason for this, I don't like this, is because Contra 6 and Fletch will not be affected by Embolden. So, because they're considered physical damage. They're considered phys ranged attacks, actually. They get reflected when you attack the head in Leviathan. That's how I know they're considered phys ranged abilities. So, yeah, Embolden does not affect them. So it's just really dumb. I don't know why. It's a minor thing. It's super minor. But but it's just silly why they just didn't give increases damage by 5% to the whole party.
Because you're throwing out swords. Come on. They're not magic swords.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways. Manification. Now it just increases your white and black mana by 50. Like I said, it's not doubling your mana anymore. It's just giving you 50, which puts you right into a melee combo. Unless you want to do 3 Molinets, and then you got to get an extra 10 on each color, so you get the 60. We'll go into that later. But anyway, it's still really cool. This is great. It gives you... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I like that you don't have to do the math now.
Yes.
It's not... Wait, I need to get to 40 and maybe to max 45. Don't want to get over 50 because then I'm overcapping.
Yeah.
What feels good, what doesn't feel good. So this is just flat 50, no math involved. You can even maybe get to a point where you're like, you get to 100 and then you do double melee. I don't know if you can fit double melee in an emboldened window.
Probably, yeah.
So that could be
there's some spooky stuff you can do with Red Mage now. Like you can burst really hard with this job. And it further in manification. The additional effect grants 6 stacks of manification, where in the past it was you just had a duration where you got increased damage. Now it's getting the same treatment as Perfect Balance, as Inner Release, as Shikuchi, all this stuff. Not Shikuchi, Bunshin, where it gives you a set amount of charges of stacks, and then as you use your abilities, a stack is used up, and you get 5% on the ability that you use. So it's just going to make it really super comfy, and 6 stacks means you can use your 3 hits of melee combo, your Flare Verholy, your Scorch, and your new ability, which we're getting down at the end, which is called Resolution. So really cool. Manification overall, great change to it. Fantastic, super duper. Jolt 2. So Jolt 1 got a nerf, but Jolt 2 is getting a buff. Weird. Whatever. Verraise is the same. Impact got a slight potency nerf. Again, our AoE is going to be insane. And the fact that we can use acceleration to buff its potency up to 260 is pretty huge. Flare is going to be the same as it always been. It says the effects have been completely revamped. It has been. The only thing that it's going to be doing differently now is that it's going to be AoE. That's it. So it hasn't been completely revamped. It's just going to be AoE now. 580 for the first hit, 60% for all remaining enemies.
Has the mana generated increased? Because I thought it was 9. Did it go from 9 to 11?
It went from 21 to 11. So again, they are
it's
scaling back the amount of mana that we're getting from everything, which is fine. It did get a revamp where it see it down at the bottom. It says mana stat cost 3. Basically, what that means is every time that we use a melee combo or a melee hit in a combo, we get a thing called mana stack.
Yes.
So we do our normal melee combo. It allows us to use Flare Verholy. The only place this matters is going to be our AoE combo, which when we use 3 Molinets in a row, it'll allow us to use Flare Verholy now, where in the past it has not. So that's the only place this mana stack cost comes into play is in Molinet. Verholy is obviously the same deal. Reprise is unchanged. This is unenchanted reprise. Nobody uses this, just whatever. Scorch is getting the same treatment as Flare and Verholy. It's the same thing. It's going to be AoE now. So great. And of course, the white and black mana that we're getting back is a little bit less, but it's absolutely fine. So the new abilities that we're getting are Thunder 3. It's just an upgraded Thunder. Arrow 3 is the same way. Luckily, we're getting these both at the same time. Thank God. It just means we're going to be doing more damage. So that's
more
cool.
damage is good.
And it's going to look different, and that's really cool. I don't know if I like Thunder 3's animation as much as regular Thunder, but Arrow 3 looks really cool. It's like a little tornado. Definitely. Really, really cool. Magic Barrier is busted as hell. It is just a flat 10% magic mitigation on the whole party, and 5% healing increased on the whole party for 10 seconds on a 120-second cooldown. this is absolutely busted because no other caster DPS is bringing this kind of utility.
Nope.
So
until Time Mage with a 7.0.
Exactly. So Red Mage is just the unequivocal king of progress.
Yep.
The Prog Mage, indeed. And then here we got Resolution, which is just going to be our big bop hit at the end of our melee combo. So after Scorch, we're just going to use Resolution. You just hit the button twice because Scorch just becomes Resolution. So you're just going to hit the button twice and feel really good about hitting fatty numbers.
And again, it's AoE, so yep. Moline for Flare, Scorch, Resolution. So much AoE.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited for it.
Now that if we could just get raids that have AoE, you'd be Gucci.
Exactly. Which there are, like T. We're gonna feel a lot better in T than we used to. Red Mage is going to be a lot more viable in fights like that where there's going to be 2 targets. Oh yeah,
nice.
All of these enchanted are just the same. Just using less mana to go into them. Moline is the same thing. Still going to be 20 to use Moline, which is a little pricey because in order to get your 3 mana stacks, you're going to need to be 60-60. But it's still going to feel really good when you do 3 Molines in a row and then spam your big bopping hits. That's going to be really great. Reprise is the same. It just got a potency increase. And the recast time has been increased to be the same as everything else. It's going up to 2.5, which is the same as everything. Reprise being a little bit quicker than everything never really mattered that much, so that's okay. And the potency increase is always great. If you have to fall back on Reprise for any reason, now it's just not going to feel as bad to use it.
Yeah.
Still going to be a situational thing, in my opinion. Especially now that movement is going to be even easier with acceleration. Anyway.
So the only thing I could think of off the top of my head why you would do Reprise is if you like it 55-55 and you got your manification up and you want to use it. Like, well,
that's definitely definitely a use case for it.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, that's how I would use it in the past, is if I was like overcapped and I needed to blow some mana to use manification and not to overcap, then yeah, you would use Reprise.
Cool.
Here with roll actions, all of these are for casters in general. Adel is getting that treatment where it's going to reduce physical damage by 5% and magical by 10. So it's still keeping the magical damage by 10. It's just getting that little bit of extra physical damage down. So now you can use it for like physical tank busters or physical raid wides,
awesome.
Which is great. For the Fizz DPS, melee DPS, it's getting the exact same treatment, but in reverse with Feint. So that's really great.
Are they
Sleep
stackable?
is getting added. They are stackable. I'm pretty sure they're stackable.
Dope.
I don't know why they wouldn't be. So, which is really cool. That would give 20% damage down on the whole thing.
15. Yeah, if they're truly stackable, yes.
Yeah. Sleep is getting added. That's really interesting. This is going to be useless, except in Palace of the Dead. So, Palace of the Dead just became a lot easier for Red Mage. So, cool. Maybe I'll get that Necromancer title. Lucid Dreaming is actually getting buffed.
Yes.
This is obviously for just caster DPS and healers. So it should be a lot easier to keep our mana topped off, which is great.
Just a smudge, yep.
And then our traits, there's nothing really cool here. Jolt is just its potency stuff. The enhanced jolt, enhanced displacement. It's the same kind of shit here. And learning level for enhanced manification. Yeah, and then this all the new stuff here is just increasing or buffing Ver Thunder to Ver Thunder 3, Ver Arrow to Ver Arrow 3. This Red Magic Mastery is just a potency increase, just across the board.
Yeah.
A lot of jobs are getting this. The acceleration thing is just getting 2 charges of it, and enhanced manification at level 90 increases the maximum stacks of mana. Okay, so yeah, this allows us to get resolution under manification. And that's everything for Red Mage. Yay. So overall, the package looks great. Red Mage is going to be nuts, I think. It's going to be crazy. Like I said, I think it's I literally think Red Mage is the best design job in this game by bar none. And everything that has been added or changed about Red Mage is just tweaking the things that were just slightly annoying about the job. So it is just getting smoother and smoother, like a stone thrown into the ocean. It is just getting smoother and smoother. So yes, I love this job. I will definitely be playing it in Endwalker, though I will definitely get my hands on Reaper and see how I feel about that job. I'm super excited for that as well.
All right.
But how about the job that you're excited to talk about?
So I want to go through Sage, but we're running low on time, so I'm going to go with Scholar. Mainly because I've had the most experience with it. I don't know anything really about Sage, because I've never had my hands on it. So let's go through Scholar real quick. Ruin, potency been reduced. All the DPS has been changed from 2.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Awesome change. Allows us to weave stuff in without having to resort to ruin every single time.
Yeah, for sure.
Cure potency has been bumped by 50%. 50. That's awesome.
For Physic. That's interesting.
Physic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Physic is just better now. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Summoning Eos and Selene. I think at 7.0, we're going to have a complete rework of either Scholar or at least the fairies in general.
I agree.
And I still don't understand why this has a cast time. All of Shadowbringers summoners didn't have a cast time on their summons.
I don't think the cast time lasts for a couple. I think one of the patches that we get, they're just gonna make it instant cast.
Yeah, I see no reason why there needs to be a cast time on that. Res is res. Nothing changed there. This is where fairies have gotten a little bit nerfed here. The regen, the Whispering Dawn's gone from 120 to 80. That feels bad.
That does feel pretty bad.
Has not had any changes, but our shields are getting hella buffed. They're going from plus 125 on the shield to 180.
Yeah.
Huge shields are going to be in this game now. Sucker. Still the same potency, but we're getting the barrier buff from 125 to 160. So maybe that's part of why the fairy's getting nerfed, is because our shields are just going to be so meaty.
Yeah, I think so too. People are gonna sleep. People are sleeping on Scholar, dude. These potencies and shields are nuts.
Yeah,
actually insane.
My reason to move to Sage has nothing to do with Scholar.
Yeah,
it has everything to do
something new. Yeah,
no, that's not even it either. The only reason
the books.
It's a stupid book. I hate the book. Give me the guns. Cool. Give me the pew pew. Pew pew.
I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, if you had what are they called? Nuliths.
And then
you had a book. I'd take the Nuliths. You're right.
So yeah, that is if it wasn't in the game, I would still be Scholar and be absolutely happy with what's going on here.
For sure.
Ruin 2, which is our need to move around for big chunks of time. It is getting a buff from 200 to 220.
That's cool.
Definitely needed it, especially when we're getting Broil 4. I think
Broil, yeah,
it's such a big chunk of damage, so it doesn't feel as bad. Fey Illumination, still the same, 10% on magic damage and an increase of healing. Oh, I'm sorry, other way around. Increase healing by 10%, while magic damage down by 5. Aetherflow, this is in line with Energy Drain. Aetherflow will now grant us 20% of our MP, up from 10%. Energy Drain, though, is becoming strictly a DPS tool. No longer will give us MP. Recast time, that's negligible. I guess that's to fit into our weaving windows.
Yeah, you could probably double weave Energy Drain or something.
Yeah. I don't know, with a 1.5 second cast time, really can't. But now you can do a DPS cast and an Energy Drain, and a DPS cast and Energy Drain, where before you had to wait 2 global cooldowns. So,
that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
So it's strictly a DPS tool. Basically, Energy Drain is going to come down to: do I just need to get rid of it now because I have another Aetherflow stat coming up? Otherwise, I'm not using it.
Yeah.
is basically what it comes down to. I'd rather use it for healing than to have to, use a global cooldown for healing.
True.
Lust rate stayed the same. It's still pretty good. 600 cure potency. Art of War is getting a buff. Really big buff, actually. His damage is only up by 5, but its MP cost is being lowered from 600 to 400, which is not going to eat into our mana when we're in dungeons going through, which is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Sacred Soil is staying the same. It's an amazing tool. Didn't really need any changes. Indom staying the same. Amazing tool. Didn't really need any changes, and more apt to use it since we're not using energy drains except for DPS gains. Yeah. Broil. Regular Broil did get nerfed. Potency 240 to 220, but its cast time has been adjusted, so that's kind of in line.
Yeah, it's in line.
Deployment tactics, huge buff.
Yeah.
It's ranged from 10 to 15 yards.
Thank God.
So a little bit big area, which is awesome. And its recast time has dropped 30 seconds. Thank you so much. Can do that huge 180% shield and a lot more often.
Yes.
Thank you. Emergency tactics stay the same.
Yeah.
Dissipation stayed the same. Again, we're only going to use those stacks for DPS unless there's no healing. So XCOG stayed the same. An amazing skill. Broil 2, it's got the same treatment as Broil 1. Chain stayed the same. Aether Pact stayed the same. Dissolving Union is just the alternate of Aether Pact, turning it off. Biolysis stayed the same. Still our best DPS tool. Broil 3 got nerfed pretty hard from 290 down to 255, but again, the cast time got reduced.
Yep.
Resuscitation is the ability that I had been asking since Heaven Ward. We finally got in Shadowbringers. Stayed the same. Fey Blessing, more fairy nerfs, but again, our shields are just monstrous. Action changes to Constellation upon execution. Okay, so they are reducing our button bloat on just one button, 2 buttons down to 1. So when we have Summon Seraph now becomes Constellation, which generates the shield.
That's cool.
2 charges. The cure potency again, because it's fairy related, got reduced. Here's the new stuff. Yeah, Scholar was just real quick here. So our Broil 4 is going to 295. What was our Broil 3? 290. So overall, once we get Broil 4, we're getting 5 potency increase. Yay.
Well, from old, because Broil 3 is 255 now. So it's
I'm thinking from yesterday to tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to feel good. Art of War 2, we're getting 180 to all enemies with the same 400 MP. So we are definitely getting an MP boot or multi-target boost with Art of War 2.
That's cool.
Protraction. This ability is pretty cool. Increases maximum HP of a party member or self by 10% and restores that amount of HP. And increases HP received by 10%, which lasts 10 seconds. So we get our own little thrill of battle to put on anyone we want.
Yes.
Which is
and that just means fatter spread lows too. That's cool.
Yes, and that's on a 60-second cooldown. So you can use that on every single deployment. Yeah, so good.
Very cool.
Expedient grants expedience and desperate measures to all nearby party members. Expedience effect increases movement speed, which we have found out is sprint.
Yes,
that could change. We don't know if that's going to change or not until we get into the game. But right now it's supposed to be sprint level.
Sprint speed.
For what's the duration on that? 20 seconds.
20
seconds. That
sprint. Is insanity
in combat.
People are sleeping on expedient because of the meme potential.
The meme potential is real, and Square is not going to design encounters revolving around having expedient.
Yes.
But seasoned scholars are going to find a way to maximize this.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, just imagine content that we've run, like UCOB, where having an extra sprint would be so powerful.
And having a 20-second sprint? I mean, just...
Yes.
Is it 10 strike?
Yes, 10 strike.
Having a 20 seconds to sprint for everyone in the middle of that.
You'd be able to use it as 10 strike is even happening. For 20 seconds, you could use it before it goes out. We could use it to go into the Neuralink, eat our shit, and then it would reduce the damage that we take from the meteor streams. And then we could use it to spread out for Earthshakers. It would be so busted, I'm telling you. Yeah. Expedient's going to be really powerful.
So seasoned scholars will find places where this will be awesome. That require a lot of movement. It won't be required though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's gonna be one of those things in like when you're going into a trial or you're going into something random in a dungeon or something. Or I'm really thinking like normal mode raids or something where you're playing with a scholar and they're just gonna throw this up and you're gonna be thrown off. Because you're not expecting to be sprinting, and you're just going to go off somewhere you don't expect to.
And that's where the memory is going to come in. Or in like, Zadnor critical engagements, whenever that content comes out, if we get something like that, and you're not expecting, I'm just going to go to the wall here, and then you just zip right into the bad. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So this might be, I know people kind of meme on party macros, but this might be a good thing to party macro.
This might
just
be
throw
like,
up in the party chat,
FYI.
be like, hey, you're using expedient, you're faster now, be careful. Something like that.
Or have a wait of like 5 seconds. Oh, by the way, I buffed your speed.
Yeah.
In addition to that sprint is Desperate Measures, which is going to reduce the damage taken by everyone by 10%. For 20 seconds.
For 20 seconds.
This ability is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the meme potential, this ability is awesome. That and Protraction, Scholars got some hella tools, and their shields are just super thick. Super
powerful tools, yes.
And from what I can tell, Sage is supposed to be kind of on par. They're supposed to have a kit that kind of matches Scholar. This kind of designed just a little bit differently. So everyone's supposed to be good. Scholar's going to be great. I don't know why people are memeing on it. The kit looks good.
The kit looks really good.
The sprint's just a meme.
And now I'm looking down at pet actions here. Embrace is getting buffed, dude.
Embrace is getting buffed. I think it's in line with the Cardian.
With Cardian.
So,
but that might be another reason why some of the other pet things are a little bit weaker, is because just a 30 potency stronger Embrace is going out every 3 seconds. So yeah.
Fairy change, fairy gauge. That the Fey Union though, that one makes me sad because using that gauge was like free cures. Now it's getting nerfed. Like 25%.
Yeah, that feels pretty bad. Yeah. That does feel kind of crappy, especially since Fey Union's the only thing that's going to be using Fairy Gauge now, right? So
because Fey Blessing no longer uses the gauge at all. So Union is the only way to use your gauge.
So the fact that that's getting a little bit weaker is kind of crappy, but oh well.
The only thing is our roll options got updated was Lucid, going from 50 to 55 for 21 seconds, which is good because of our energy drain's not giving us mana, so this will help with that, offset that.
Yeah.
Overall, I think Scholar is strong. I don't know why anybody is going to meme on it. It's just, they saw that sprint on the job action trailer. They're like, wait, what?
Yeah, they're not getting anything big and bombastic. And that's kind of the thing about Scholar, right? Is it's not a really big and bombastic job. It's just a job that's always been super consistent and good at what it does. So it doesn't need anything big and crazy. So
I do wish it had either more ways to do damage or just did more damage. But
yeah, I agree with you.
The kit's solid.
Yeah.
Anyways, that is a wrap here for tonight. Piers, several people where can find you, please.
I mean, I am Raideo _Piers on Twitch. So if you Search for me there. I may be streaming a little bit of Endwalker. We'll have to see how I'm feeling. I think it's probably going to happen, though. But I'm also playing other games, so come by and check me out. Of course, you can find me on Final Fantasy 14, too. I am on the Leviathan server on the Primal Data Center. Piers, Harvey, feel free to drop me a tell. I'll be doing all kinds of stuff in Endwalker. I'm really looking forward to it in the 3 hours that it's going to be until it launches. So, yeah, that's generally where you can find me. Hopefully, I can get into streaming a little bit more. That's my goal. So, but how about you, man? Where can they find you?
All the buttons down here below, as they say. Tarkoth Gaming on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. We need to get you on Twitter, dude.
I know. I know. I got to be part of it. It's part of the thing. Part of the thing. Like, yeah.
But yeah, you can find me at all those places. More content to come. We'll be doing more Hydaelyn stuff. If you want to know how this show is actually going to go, send in your questions to tarkothgaming@gmail.com. We'd be happy to take your questions. We'll make some of those main topics in our future shows. We'd love to hear from you. Even if it's small, we'll try to get some of those questions out the door. So, but until next time, y'all take care of yourselves. Stay safe. End of line.
Enjoy Endwalker. Smile.
Happy Endwalker Day. Yay!
Yeah.